Yeah, we got numbers.
Hey guys, welcome to ClevelandMoto Podcast, episode number 526. Light 'em up, boys!
Oh, sleeping at the wheel.
Mine came pre-lit, actually.
Oh wait, hold on. My nail. I don't want to break my nail.
Don't hurt yourself.
That was horrible.
Oh man, that was a very. So we got a very tight cast tonight, very tight.
Ooh.
So to my immediate left we have,
Me, Steve Sleepy.
and to his left we have,
Johnny Mackin-Fresh.
and to his left,
Squeaky Pete.
Squeaky Pete, and behind the bar tonight,
Tom Pennington.
and your humble narrator Phil Waters. I'm the only one who rode a motorcycle here tonight.
I'm giving you props on that.
Good on you.
Till I saw the motorcycle.
Yeah, I didn't lose a bet. There was a bike that we took it on trade a little while ago, and it's one of those things where it's just one of those motorcycles that is like, God damn, either that's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen or that's one of the most wretched things you've ever seen.
There's ass for every seat.
There is, and in this case, it happens to be a Corbin. So, yeah, it's just one of those bikes where we take a lot of stuff in on trade, right? And a lot of times people are just done with their Harley Davidsons and they're ready to get onto something smaller and lighter and yeehaw, right? And this was one of those times. And this bike is a Sportster 1200. You know, it's 10 years old, but there's $5,000 worth of paint work. And, you know, it's got the full Screaming Eagle catalog thrown at it.
The dude loved it.
The guy obviously loved the bike. He loved the bike. And that's true. He did love the bike. And that's where you look at a motorcycle and you're like, yeah, maybe that's not my cup of tea. But to somebody else, that is the absolute bomb. And
I can respect it on that level. You know?
Right, yeah.
I put work into it, and you could tell he took care of it. And,
yeah, he did. And it's funny, too, because it's just one of those things where you press the button, it's a fuel-injected Harley-Davidson 1200 Sportster. Hey, Sodak 69 and Naked Bong Hit. Hey, Aldi wine on deck. 85 degrees today in sunny Texas. Well, it's not fucking 85 degrees here, pal.
Wesley Witt,
Don't
Justin,
mind.
and everybody.
We got snow in the
Yeah,
forecast.
Thrust and Justin's there. We're all there. All the normal inmates are in the house.
All right.
Yeah.
So today, I might acknowledge stuff, but nobody has to respond to it. I might just be acknowledging it without interrupting Phil's story.
Oh.
If something's really good, I will toss it over and be like, hey, there's something on the board.
Nice.
But I will
like
wait
that.
to an appropriate time when your stream of
Make it
conscious-
professional.
Well,
Yeah, when your stream of consciousness has come to a fork.
there you go.
From a technical standpoint, however, I need to point out that we have to agree to Roku's terms and conditions before you can actually stream onto the TV.
The TV has rebelled against your streaming.
Well, it's just updated.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. It's a
Sweargin.
It's a funny. Hey, Dave Sweargin. Hey guys. Hey, Dave Sweargin. How you doing, buddy?
Switching.
Yeah. It is a funny thing, that bike, because at the shop we don't get a lot. I mean, quite a few Harley Davidson get traded in for the stuff that we sell, but usually it's something pretty normal. In this case, it's not something pretty normal at all. It's something pretty special. And this is one of those ones where you're kind of like, it's a very interesting bike. But Tom hit it earlier. Tom was like, you know where that bike needs to be? The Garage Brewed Motorcycle Show.
Yes, sir.
And man, very rarely have I ever seen a motorcycle that's begging to be at the Garage Brewed Motorcycle
With
Show.
a story, it might be haunted.
It might, in fact, be haunted.
Right?
Yeah, because the previous owner did die well before his years.
Possibly on it.
Potentially.
Or near it.
Right.
Or near
it, or whatever.
Comes with absolutely haunted Dodge.
Guaranteed comes with a haunted Dodge. Oh, man, too soon.
It's over.
soon.
It's over.
He was
It
staring
is-
deep into the paint job, and it was like sucked him in.
Just took him in. Yeah, he's in that bike. Yeah, so Dead Guy Dodge update. Man, you just been through some shit.
Dude.
I feel so bad.
So
for you.
listen to this. This is how ridiculous this is. So last weekend I was like, you know what? Let's just make sure she's ready for winter. So I aired the tires up. I lubed the drive shaft. I did all the things you're supposed to do because the engine's been running amazingly well. Everything's been great.
It's new.
New transmission, new everything. So on my way to the DMV to get my Starry license so I can go to California soon to the AIM show, I'm going down the street at 2,000 RPMs, 57 miles an hour, and it felt like the rubber band broke. And I said, well, that's strange. I'm like, it has to be like a transfer case. That's the only thing I haven't replaced on this whole truck yet is the transfer case.
Right.
There's a chain inside that thing.
Yes, there is.
That chain could break and slap around and sound like, a bad
It'd sound pretty
thing.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's what it, obviously, I look on eBay as I'm pulling the truck over.
You're already buying transfer
$100,
cases.
$100, well, no problem, right? So I pull it back over, and I'm like, okay. So I leave the engine running because it's obviously the transfer case.
Obviously.
And so I get out and I look down, and I'm like, oh, the transfer case is all in one piece, and nothing's in there. The slap is not. And so the slap was coming from a rod somewhere in the motor. Oh. And so it threw a rod and ate itself up there pretty good. But here's the interesting part: it's under warranty. So it's a warranted motor, but you know what it's not.
As Elwood Blue says, I think we tossed a rod.
Yeah, but the problem is that what's not warranted is the rest of my life again to pull this motor out and then send it in, wait for them to send it after they investigate to make sure I didn't pour sand in it or
Right,
something.
God forbid you did something horrible.
And then they would send another one back, but then of course you have to put that back in.
Well, yeah.
And I'm just like,
they don't just jump in for free.
At this point, I don't have it in me anymore for this thing. It
No,
has
I
soiled
totally get
me.
that.
This is the girlfriend that you gave 7,000 chances to, and you came in, and now it was like the whole football team was there.
Yeah,
And
it's
you're like, okay.
very bad.
Now she's blowing a rod.
She's tossing rods.
And Barry.
Oh, man.
And it's not yours.
Oh, that's violent. Oh, man, that sucks.
But so I had it, and then the stabbing part was, luckily it was only 7 miles from my house, so the tow was only $179 to park it underneath my, I told my wife, I was like, I just spent $180 for our new art installation. She was like, what?
Man.
Advertise it as a 7-cylinder.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, a very unique Dodge.
I mean, it does start and run, and there's no holes in the motor. Nothing's leaking out of it yet.
Give it time.
Hey, new
Well,
Nick.
okay,
New Nick, if we got a
so-
truck for you.
I mean, you could pull the pan, pull the piston out.
And put a new one in?
No, just leave the hole empty.
I don't know if you can get the piston out with the crank still in place.
Yeah.
No.
Bad
No,
news.
that's like work again, dude.
Yeah. That's
It's not a Model T. You can't just.
So what are we driving now? Mom's car?
Yeah, I've inherited mom's car, which is this is okay. The Hyundai's dead because I can't get it e-check because it needs a $700 fucking cat. That's part of the whole it's the exhaust header cat flex tube bullshit thing.
Right.
That even with my Summit discount is like $590.
Oh.
And you have to take the motor off the motor mounts, lift it to get the whole thing in. So that's another pain in the fuck, right?
yeah, it is.
So I'm like, okay, so mom is not doing well, whatever. So she's like, just take my car. I'm never using it. I'm like, all right. So it's 70,000 miles. The car's like brand new, But
But it's a Ford.
But I start driving it, and it shifts like a bag of shit. Like it literally is like.
Oh, no, that's just because of the Ford.
and so I start looking it up, and like at all costs, avoid the 2015 Ford Fusion. It has
Oh, really?
Has the worst transmission ever put into
Oh,
a fucking automobile.
man.
So I'm 3 for 3 right now. I might be riding motorcycles in the winter.
I was saying that to Tom before you got here. I'm like, Sleepy might show up on a motorcycle because that's all he's got.
That's
Well,
what we're
your
getting down to.
BMW's got heated grips, right?
It does.
There you go.
So yeah, we're good, I guess.
Let's have those new TKC 80/2s on
Right,
it.
the slash twos. Yeah.
Slash two.
Oh man, that's painful.
But yeah,
If it gets really bad, get out the SSRs with the studded tires.
Right. Yeah, if it gets
But-
that bad.
I am putting the word. I have some guys through work that like have some suckers that haven't been abused by this thing yet. That might be interested in like, hey, it has 15 grand worth of new shit on it.
Yeah.
You could have it for $7 grand.
Dodge
and
boys.
Make it go do. And here's the warranty
Right.
for the new motor.
For the new motor.
You deal with it.
Yeah, that's the
You
thing.
deal with it.
Anybody
Yeah.
willing to put in a day's worth of work,
Well, yeah. and
Did
that's
you get
other-
the motor? You got the motor through Summit, right?
No, we didn't even have one for this. I had to go through Accurate Engines or something like that.
Oh, fuck's sake.
No, it's great. It came with a 3-year warranty or 125,000 mile warranty. So I mean, it's warranty, but not the work.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, if you
that's
got it
how
through,
they get you.
if you had it through Summit, you could call them up and be like, hey, I work for Summit. We got this thing.
Oh no, we are forbidden to do that. You can't. You just go to your boss and say, "Give me a new one," because you
Trying to say that's frowned upon.
No
Yeah.
flex. You can't flex.
no flexing.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing they would do would be like, you did a what to a Dodge?
Yeah.
Why?
But
Why did you buy it?
But anyway,
Best of intentions.
but now I have to think about something because I have to have something that can tow things. I can't go to tracks without a tow thing.
This is why U-Haul
So-
rents for $20 a day.
Well,
This
no,
is what
but-
Phil discovered, is that he has his own chauffeur to deliver his box
Yeah.
truck wherever he needs it.
Yeah, I just make sure I plan everything out. Hey, Tom, you like to take a camp? You like to take literally the oldie timey camp cookout thing? Great, put it all in that U-Haul box. I'll see you there on Friday.
You might be onto something, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, say you do 12 track days or
Yeah.
12 races or whatever.
Yeah.
How much is it to rent one of them fucking things?
So so to give you, I can actually just tell you some very basic numbers. Recently, I had to go to Detroit to pick up a flock of bikes. I took the biggest U-Haul I could find, 26 feet long. I rented it. I did a give or take round trip of 500 miles, right? For the biggest U-Haul I could get. Drove up there, put gas in the thing, brought it back. My total expenditure for the weekend was $500. So I had a place to sleep in. I had 26 feet of, clean, straight bowling alley, and it was never my problem. And when it was all said and done, it's $39 a day, but they get you on the mileage, right? But if you're going somewhere and you know it's 120 miles away, and you're like, okay, budget that in,
Right.
and then budget in your gas. And I've become quite proficient at, walking down to U-Haul and driving out of U-Haul, right? You walk in, you drive out, and it's somebody else's problem. And when I come home and unload it, then it's still somebody else's problem.
And I got to say, I've gotten really good at getting like 78 miles an hour out of it.
Yeah.
Even over top the rev limiter.
Yeah, they're fine. They're solid machines. I have no complaint with those things. They're good vehicles. I really can't complain. They're legit.
Get some skis for this.
Get some
time.
ski- yeah, right.
It's a good idea.
Cross country.
Ohio's not the kind of place where you can live without a good winter beater, right?
There's a 1994 Crown Vic in the color of gold kicking around at work with 67,000 miles on it
man.
for $2,500, and everybody's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's
Dude, that's a Panther chassis.
Yeah.
You could race
Yeah,
that.
it's a Panther.
Yeah, you could race that in autocross
if
in
it's
the
good enough
Panther
to be
chassis.
if it's good enough to be a
Class.
taxi cab, it's good enough for you.
Dude,
Right.
that is the craziest class of autocross you'll ever
Owned
see.
by a meticulous owner who amps oiled it every 3,000
Oh my
miles.
God.
Oh my God! I will tell, dude. I know guys at work that will buy that.
Sleepy. He's telling you should buy it. Is
Sleepy.
what I'm picking up.
A rear-wheel drive car for the winter
Yeah.
here.
If you
with
can-
me with the heavy foot,
It comes with a set of snows on wheels.
What?
I mean, Phil's ready to buy it right now.
Yeah, I've already.
I know.
Phil's
what
already
motor does it have?
Phil's already peeling off hundreds.
Didn't Nick say that he
The
needed
four-
a car?
The
Absolutely.
4-point something.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's
It's the-
4.6 liter V8.
It's the
Yeah, you say
4.6
the
modular.
4-point
yeah.
V8, right?
Yeah, it's the modular V8. It's what they are. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I think that's a good day.
No rust.
It's
Probably some rust.
Mike's trying to get it for his kid. I don't know, but then the kid was like, "Well, I need something all-wheel drive," and
And it has to have SVX down the side. And
Yeah, no, it's perfect just the way it is, man. Snow tires on that bad
Oh,
mamma
yeah.
jamma. You're good to go.
couple bags of sand in the back. You're good.
I was a police officer in 1990. That's exactly what we drove through all of the Mentor, Ohio blizzards. Not a problem.
just keep going like this. Because
Yep.
this way, you go this way.
Just drive into the skid, man. Just drive into the skid. Yeah. Yeah. It's a real good idea to have a winter car in Cleveland. It's just a real good
yeah.
idea.
Well, the
And
problem-
it's
the
a good
funny-
idea to have a car you don't care too much about.
Well, the funny part is my winter car became my all weather car.
Right, exactly, because you came up here and realized that you had overclassed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd overcooked it. Yeah, when you consider things like that, you're like, "Oh, I've got a Honda Element with low miles." In Cleveland?
Yeah.
Oh, no. You don't put that on the road.
Yeah.
No, in Cleveland, we worship Honda Elements with low miles.
Well, and the
Boat
weird
wrap.
part too, Tom, if you haven't figured this out, right? You bring a car from the south up, zero rust.
Yeah.
It can last up here like 2 months, and then it makes up for all the time that it missed in the south.
it catches up fast.
Oh
Really
yeah,
fast.
no, that thing does not move in the winter.
Oh, man.
Because what happens is in the south, it doesn't rust. It just
No.
gets 10,000 stone chips.
Exactly.
So when you get up here, it just goes.
Open wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
open wounds.
that's Civic, man. It's eating itself to death.
Yeah.
but I don't care.
You don't care. It's a Civic. It's a winter beater. It's designed to disappear. Yeah, I totally agree.
You know what I can't stand is people that don't have winter and then mock us and make fun of us like this guy.
You know
Yeah,
what?
what is this winter you speak of? Thanks, creative writing.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? For
Uh-huh.
for 23 years, I did not have winter at all.
Well,
period.
junkies out there on the West Coast
And-
kind of like,
and the fact of the matter is,
yeah.
between 30 degrees and 3 feet of snow, and 110 degrees and 100% humidity, guess which one I'd rather have?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true. You can deal with winter. Winter's
yeah.
a thing you can figure out. And get through
Renee
it.
needs to pull up that video of me with a snowblower for the first time and that freaking grin on my face.
Super happy. Look at me. I got a snowblower. I'm not afraid to use it.
But I've lived here for 54 years and 38 of them riding motorcycles or whatever.
Right.
And like you have to admit, like the other day I was like, oh man, I got some time. I could go. Oh no, it's dark and it's raining. And
That's
it's
the
cold
problem.
and-
Is at 5:30, 6 o'clock at night, it's pitch black, and you just got done with your job, and all you want to do is cuffing, right? Like you just want to go find, a warm woman and crawl in bed next to her and get like 7 or 8 barnyard animals. The term 3-dog night has nothing to do with anything other than it's mighty chilly.
That's Sleepy's living situation.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, but I've been expelled from that situation. My wife just sleeps with all the animals. I'm whatever. And I don't mean like gross sexually.
No,
I'm
no.
saying sleep.
We all know what it is.
Yeah, no, we gotcha. No, there's that. No, that's
we understand.
We understand your relationship with
I
raccoon.
never know what I'm walking into. That's all I have to say.
We know you. Right. That's all that matters. We know you. It's a funny thing, Cleveland, when we are saying that point where we are acknowledging the end of summer, we are acknowledging the end of the 4 most beautiful riding weeks we ever get.
I'm officially pulling the air conditioners out of the window this weekend.
Yeah, there's no way in hell you're going to fire those up.
But every couple of years, like you get teased that maybe global warming was awesome.
Yeah.
And so like it'll be February 28th, and like Mike will be like, "Hey, there's 27 of us going to do a fucking Ohio loop, and it's 60 degrees out," and you're like, "All right."
Yeah.
But like this last year, I don't think it got warm until June.
No.
Like it was a fucking.
It was
awful,
a light switch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was terrible, man.
No, that was weird.
We literally missed 2 months of riding this year. There was no riding until June, unless like you just wanted to get salt on your butt. It was literally snowing still until almost June.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally 100% agree. And for us, I've always make the most out of the autumn season. I love the autumn season. I do most of my riding in the autumn season. The other day, I rode the Harley into the shop, and I left for work at a gorgeous 48 and sunny. And by the time it was time for me to go home, it was 46 and raining. In sheer darkness,
Oh, and it was raining sideways.
It was something, and it was like, okay, here we go. This is just what I've signed up for, right? This is just what it is, and that's why when you meet somebody from the Midwest, they might own a motorcycle. It looks like they haven't cleaned it in 5 years, because that might be their winter bike. That might be the bike they're just like, yeah, this is the sacrificial one. I let a little bit of salt get on it. Whatever.
Yeah, when I raced bicycles, we had your winter bike.
Winter bike.
Winter training bike. It'd
Yep.
be like some piece of shit, fucking
Yeah.
aluminum, whatever. Like,
It's fine. Yeah, it's totally okay. It is. It's just a funny thing. The other day when I happened to roll into the driveway on the Harley, my neighbor came out, and my neighbor was like, "Well, you're always the last guy riding." And I was like, "This isn't even my last ride
Oh,
yet."
no.
Like, are you kidding me? Yeah. And she's like, "Yeah, I thought everyone would have put their bikes in storage by now." I was like, "Well, our warehouse has got a lot of storage bikes in it, but not mine.
Right.
This is when I have a chance to go out and ride."
If there is no snow on the ground,
Right.
and there's no snow on the road, I am going to be riding.
There's a greater than 0 chance I'm going to give it a shot.
The other day at work, I saw the funniest thing. So it was like 34 degrees, and there's still dudes riding to work.
Oh, yeah.
So that's fine. It's cool. But like this one dude was just so adamant about not wearing a helmet. So he had he had a Scully up to his nose with a scarf tied around that,
Yep.
with his hoodie from his jacket pulled up over all of that,
Right.
with a thing. And I'm like, you almost got it, dude.
You could have a plastic shell over that,
Yeah,
and
then
you'd be great.
You'd be set.
You'd be awesome.
But he was like, nope, I'm still not wearing
No,
a
I mean,
fucking helmet, man.
I the other day I literally put on the snowmobile helmet. So I put on the snowmobile helmet because it won't fog. Yeah. And I got a whole Harley Davidson windshield in front of me too.
Yeah.
And so with a big windshield in front of me and the snowmobile helmet, I was fine. I was toasty. And I rode the Guzzi. We have a Guzzi V85 Travel in the shop right now that we put TPMS systems. Tom installed TPMS on it. And it has heated grips and a heated seat. Mm-hmm. And here's what I can tell you about that. The heated grips have 3 settings. Barely discernible, moderate, and, oh, that's pleasant. The heated seat has 3 settings. Off. Fuck, my balls are burning. Turn this damn thing off, and I can't get off the bike fast enough.
We actually need to ask Sean about the heated seats and grips on the GTS.
On the GTS,
But
right,
if you
'cause
think
you-
about it,
right.
you're supposed to be wearing like thick riding pants,
Right.
And that heat's supposed to go through all of that.
I jumped on that bike the other day, and I had on, medium weight gloves. I had my normal riding pants, which are lined. And I jumped on the bike, took it out for a test ride, made sure everything worked, made sure the TPMS system was working, ABS, traction control, all that good shit. I did not make it 1 block before I was like, okay, we're turning this fucking heated seat bullshit off. And the heated grips, I bumped them from position 1 to position 2. And after like a 5-mile test ride, I was like, man, those are nice. Like, that is the sign of an elevated culture, is heated grips. Yeah. It really is.
We have old Nick.
Old Nick! There's Nick Makes some Break stuff. Howdy, Nick.
Hi, Nick. Good to hear
Which we
from
haven't
you.
had a new Nick in a long time, so I guess we're just back to we just have a Nick.
Yeah, it's just Nick right now.
Okay, yeah.
I wanted to throw a picture up because I've gotten a message from somebody that
How
says,
are your
I really want to see this bike.
How are your wrists and
you
your,
have-
and
you
your
have
knee?
to-
I've got the blue screen of death down there
No,
for some
you have
reason.
to accept the terms and conditions from Roku. That's what I was telling
How do I
you.
even do that?
Where's the remote?
This is a pain in my ass.
Dave Swearengin he's got my thing too. I'll ride. I don't care how cold it is.
Yeah.
I'll go to Michigan just to see. I just go to Michigan, and then I come back. But as soon as they salt the roads, I'm out. That's when it ends, man. I don't ride after that anymore.
Yeah, I get that, and it's
terrible.
You know, we are here at the shop. We worship at the
it
altar
is.
of fluid film, and Sleepy just brought me a 5-gallon bucket of fluid film.
There's like 4 whole sheep in that.
For our annual rate. So Sleepy's going to throw the picture up on the big screen. But this is the bike that we're talking about that I rode to the podcast tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And look at that bike. Oh, it's fancy.
Now, do you have the close up of the tank?
I do have a close up of the tank.
Oh,
if you'd like
yeah,
to see it, let me
baby.
go ahead and pull it up
And those
for you guys.
wheels.
Oh, the wheels. The wheels is my only thing I don't so much care for. The wheels do kind of piss me off. Here's go ahead and you throw that image up for the folks at home.
Taurus.
Yeah, it's definitely got a bowl on it, but I thought it looked like a gremlin when I first looked at it, or a gargoyle. I thought it looked like a gargoyle.
A little black tape could help that.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it looked like a gremlin or a gargoyle, but now I do see that it is bullish.
Well, the
It's
reality
very
is,
Taurus.
whoever ends up buying it can determine what it is.
That's right. Again, that'll be available for you at the Garage Brewed Motorcycle Show in Cincinnati, Ohio.
We got to get guys in the chat.
Yeah.
Why don't you pull up the full bike again?
I'll do that.
What does this bike need to sell at a custom bike show?
Good point. That's an excellent thing. We're going to ask the people,
Sissy
what would you
bar?
do? Yeah, what would you do to
Different
sell this
windscreen, jelly grips, maybe jelly feet controls
bike?
to give it
What
some color pop.
really, and I do think the bike would look a lot better without that quick disconnect windshield on it.
Yeah.
So I think the quick disconnect windshield is practical, but not popular.
It almost looks like it was added.
I don't like
after
the side
fact.
panels.
Not like in the picture,
I
it
don't
looks
like
like
the
it's
side panel
added
either.
later.
Yeah.
Something with the side panel.
You don't like the side panels.
They went a little crazy with the gold leaf.
They don't bother me too much because, hey, if you're throwing gold leaf on something. But to me, the backrest on the Corbin seat is pretty terrible. The Corbin seat is black, but then it's got this burgundy color piping around the edge, and then this weird marbleized looking gray 2-inch strip around the bottom of the Corbin seat. And thank you, Michael Corbin, BT Dubs. That is, again, you've proved yourself. That is the hardest thing I've sat on. That is one of the most ridiculously hard seats I've ever sat on in my life. You've officially Corbined the hell out of that thing.
Now you've educated me appropriately and told me that those are stock Harley wheels.
They are.
So what was Harley thinking with these fucking wheels?
Well, there was a time when it became popular to make the real chunky. So like they did their 48 and they did their 72 and they did all these bikes that had these chunky wheels on them.
This literally looks like you go to Dollar General and buy like Ann Harley.
It looks
from,
like a
the
toy.
Yeah.
It does look like the wheels off a toy. Yeah, it really does. There was a period of time when this appeared to be fashionable, the same size front and rear tire running around. And it's the same thickness, by the way. It's the same girth, front and rear tire as well.
Makes it easy. I'll take two.
I'll take 2 of those, please.
I'm
No, you can rotate them.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that it needs the I swear I'm not running meth bikini fairing.
Oh, yeah. Just a little hint of a bikini fairing.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's it. Put T-bars in a club fairing.
Now, hold
and then
on.
Sell it with a fucking cut with a gun.
Literally build it into a club bike. But it's a Sportster.
That's fine.
Okay, all right. I was going to say it's a Sportster. You can't have a club bike that's a Sportster.
Jimmy the short guy needs something
Okay,
to ride.
right.
It's for the old lady.
I was going to say we're pledging Rebecca in. She's right. We decided we're going to have our first female member.
She's gonna roll into the shop.
After last year, Caesar's not allowed to have a bagger. He's only allowed to have this.
Yeah, fair enough.
Court ordered.
Court ordered Sportster.
Hey, I had a court-ordered non-sport.
Right, you had a court ordered
This is why I
CX.
brought this up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's funny. So anyway, I threw the pictures up in the show notes. If you want to go to Cleveland Moto's Facebook page, we just threw all the pictures up of this particular bike up there so you could see it. It's kind of a funny thing. Well, there you go. Motorcycles come, motorcycles go. That's just kind of what we do around here. It's been a big week because of Eicma. Eicma in Milan, this is always a thing, because what happens? Well, we're going into a cold season, And this event happens and then gives us something to talk about for the next 3 months.
But here's what happened this year, without getting into any specifics or ruining your idea.
That's fine.
Fucking the motorcycle industry took Viagra and fucked, and like 1,000 babies came
Yeah.
out. Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
went from like, oh, cool, new colors on a DR650
Right.
to like,
Yeah, bold new graphics.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
it's
like-
tuned for mid-range. Wow.
to like, oh my God, they made every bike I kind of wanted to see.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. There's a podcast I like called Front End Chatter. They're
Okay.
British guys. They're super fun. They call themselves feckers. Front End Chatter. So a bunch of feckers. And the guy was literally the one dude said, he goes, "Look, it's another interesting, affordable Chinese motorcycle."
Yeah.
And it is truly another interesting, affordable Chinese motorcycle.
You know, they're finally like, we'll obviously get into it, but like just like an overview. Like, it seems like China has come into creating their own designs or whatever Italian brand, whatever the
Yeah.
working thing is. But like, it's not the same bike every time now.
I have a concept, a hypothesis, if you will.
Yeah.
Hang with me. Imagine if you were a imagine if you were a Italian legendary legacy manufacturer of motorcycles. You've been building motorcycles for 50 goddamn years, 80 goddamn years, whatever. You've got some of the most high-powered designers that have ever worked, that have ever held a pencil. And they want to give you the greatest stuff they can give you, but you don't have the money to pay for it. And you haven't had the money to pay for it for a goddamn 60 years, okay? Because Japan's been eating your lunch since 1964. So you got these great designers who want to live in Milan because that's where the great design happens. You've got a headquarters in Milan because you paid for it fucking 70 years ago, right? When it was cheap. But you still own the building. You got 3 people working there. You are on life support, and you've been on life support. You've sold your name to T-shirt companies, jean companies, sticker companies. You've sold the name of your motorcycle company several times over, Lambretta, right? And you haven't built a bike since 1971, okay? But this guy comes at you from Japan, and he's like, well, I'm from the Zhangzhen region of Japan or Jiangnan region of Japan, and that means nothing to you. But what he says is, with your name and your designers and our factory, we can turn your dreams into reality. For just a lifetime commitment, bleed on the dotted line and scrawl your name on the piece of paper. And I swear to God, that's what's happened. Because Benelli, Marini, all these ancient Italian companies have been
Italjet
infused.
is now back from the dead.
Italjet was never designed to be back from the dead. Italjet was only meant to be a token you passed around
Oh, yeah.
that was good for that and a cup of coffee.
But you know what's
Right?
crazy is we were at the AIM show last year, and Mo and Marini was there, and they didn't tell us that they were going to be like, hold your beer.
Right. They blew
Like,
us out of the
holy
water.
Fuck, man. This year, the video I watched, there's so many Mo and Marinis coming out. I want 3 of them.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Right.
So do we.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So do we, and we
Right.
want people to buy them.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm buying. There's
Right.
one. I already asked
Cool.
Phil to get me.
And what's really, really weird is it's so much so fast. And you know it's something magical when the journalists can't keep up and they're stepping on their own lies. Like when the journalists are like reporting shit that can't possibly be true because they just are like, it's just too much. I can't keep up with it. Look over there. There's that dead sexy motorcycle. And look over there. There's that dead sexy motorcycle. And the weird thing is, they're not vaporware. They're in person. They're 3-dimensional. You can touch them. You can breathe on them. But Pete and I looked at a bunch of Chinese motorcycles 10 or some odd years ago, and they didn't look great.
You didn't want to breathe on them; they'd break.
Yeah, you didn't want to get
Yeah.
too close to the welds. You might like
Well, but
get
they
some
look
tetanus.
like, but that was the thing. Like, if
Yeah.
I guess to like, you know, the average, like, oh, look, a motorcycle, you
Right.
wouldn't notice. But if you've ridden for 5 years
Yeah.
and you've had different bikes, back then you could look down and be like, oh,
Yeah.
that's not a good
I could see
motorcycle.
where they saved the money.
Yeah.
Right.
Or you touch the plastic and like, not even flexing, you'd be like, oh, that's so brittle that if I tried to flex it, it would break off. And sure enough, it just turned to dust.
Or you'd look at a bike and go, well, I know where I've made shortcuts before on motorcycles, and now they know too, because they're doing the exact same thing.
Well, I mean, there's a
Right?
perfect example of the difference in Chinese quality. Right now, you're trying to sell it for $700.
Oh, God,
it's
the Rocata.
It's the Rocata, which it's a total test bed for the market to see what the market will bear. But the reality is that is what we think of in our heads 20 years
Chinese
later
import. Yeah.
of Chinese.
That's a
of
Chinese import.
bikes.
That's a 20-year-old Chinese import.
But you know what I find interesting, and you can tell me if I'm wrong with this, but this kind of hit me. So I was looking at all the bikes that were coming out, and I mean there is a fucking slew of bikes
many.
coming out. But it was like, so all the European manufacturers and all the Asian manufacturers, all the riders for years go, we want this, we want this, we want this. And most of the time they don't give it to them. Or if they do, they'll give them like a watered down version, and then it fails. And then they're like, see, you didn't really want it, but they didn't really do what they want. It seems like the Chinese guys, even working with other people, with the amount of adventure bikes coming in that are like 300 cc's, 450, lightweight, it's like they went to the forums and said, these people are our customers. And we should do what they're asking, not tell them what they want.
And now it's who can get there first.
Yeah, and now it's like who gets it perfectly right. Now you have 7 options for a 450cc-ish adventure bike. Which one got it the best?
Right.
You know?
Well, I mean, at this point, it seems like they're all building the same engine, the same frame, and you get to design it how you want.
And we're going to talk about that. We're going to cover that. It's a big deal. So did anybody have a particular bike from the Eicma that they looked at and went,
Well, yeah.
made the sleepy noise?
There was a million of them, but I'm going to let John go because he said he had
What is
something.
What's he doing?
I'm plugging in my phone. Give me one.
Okay, we'll give John
Technical
a moment. That's fine.
difficulty.
He needs a moment.
That's fine.
Let's
The
all
bike
go-
that really blew me away was the Yamaha WR125R.
Oh,
Yeah, that was cool.
I did not see that coming.
Did not see that coming, did you?
No, I didn't.
It's a fantastic little bike by Yamaha. It's meant to compete with the Honda XR150L.
Yeah.
And the motor is a liquid-cooled 4-stroke 125, but it also has VVT, variable valve timing. So it has low-end torque, and it screams on the top end. Fuel injection comes in at $3,999. So it's a $4,000 bike.
Wow, that's cheap.
But it's a very good little bike and has plates.
Turn signals and mirrors.
Turn signals, mirrors, license plate, bracket, everything. So buy it for your kid when he's 14, 15, and then when he gets his license, he can drive
That's
on the street.
fantastic. I mean,
I was surprised to see that they brought that here to the U.S. because, it's not typically something that you see.
It's on Yamaha's webpage. You can get it in their typical blue color scheme or black.
yeah, and I mean, that's a big deal because when you consider a motorcycle that rings the bell at bicycle prices, and it does, like you said, VVT, 6-speed gearbox.
Jeez.
I mean, that's
liquid cooling, too.
liquid cooling.
200-mile range.
Damn. I mean, that's for $4,000. That is a hell of a lot with the Yamaha badge on it.
The WR250 has been a great machine.
It
for
has
years.
been
It's kind
epic.
of been overlooked. It's like it kind of flies under the radar. With
When
a
it
lot of
first
people.
came out, everyone was talking about the WR426s. They were losing their minds over that, but the WR250 was a fantastic bike.
Most people say the WR250 is like riding a 450.
I agree. I totally agree. That is a good bike, and it's a good-looking bike. It doesn't look. None of that thing looks cheap. Like not one inch of it looks like it's a cheap bike. Go ahead and throw that picture up there.
That's
Sleepy.
about the right level of me riding around in the dirt on
Yeah.
something like that, under 300 pound, little tiny thing, but
And-
with lots of performance all day long.
and with the lights and turn signals and everything, so you can ride home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. That is a really good deal for that money too. That is so cheap. And of course, it does have. We talked about in previous podcast Yamaha's Y Connect system, so you can actually nerf the bike. You can turn the bike off remotely if it gets away from you. If somebody's borrowing it that shouldn't be.
The dash looks really nice too. It's got a digital dash and everything like that.
Yeah, that's very typical. Yamaha had the same exact. My XT350 had the same dashboard that the TW200 had the same dashboard that the PW50 had the same dashboard the PW80 had, and this has the spirit of that dashboard, but with the modern, LCD segmented thing. It's pretty cool. I dig that. That's a good choice. That is a good pick, and it is
It's not what everybody else.
It is not at all what I thought you were going to hit me with at all. And I can't say enough about it because I just, to me, if you're going to go somewhere, if I'm going to go to some foreign land and I'm going to go to some place where Dr. Waters and I want to just have a little faithful steed over there that we can just take and plot around on.
Well, I obviously
give me two of these.
I have no interest in what Ducati is doing. I have no interest in what MV Agusta is doing. I have some interest in what CF Moto is doing just because they're such a new company and they're bringing out so many ridiculous things. My other nod was to the Kawasaki Z900 RS that has been reworked And I don't know if I really like the way they went with it. They retuned it and recammed it for more top end high speed, which I don't know that that's the right fit for that.
Yeah,
bike.
they took a Roadster and made the Roadster into a sport bike.
But wait, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Mine went 145 miles an hour, and I did that once, and I almost fell off the bike from
Yeah,
the
because
wind.
no arrow.
Right.
Right.
So what are you going to make it go faster for?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
So I don't know about that, but
A lot of us sitting in the room who've worked on motorcycles, I do want to throw this picture up because this picture is really a good image that you can see a lot of the parts of the motorcycle where companies fail when they build a cheap motorcycle.
it looks like super good quality.
And
Yeah, it does.
I wonder if it's made in Japan or where it's made.
probably
It's
Thailand
gotta have
because
to be,
Yamaha's, yeah.
They kind of moved all their manufacturing to Thailand.
And so when we look at these motorcycles, when you look at
I do really still love the 2x4 rear swing arm.
oh yeah, and when you look at like the Hawk or something like the Ice Bear Hawk 200 or whatever it is, when you look at the elements that are on this motorcycle, you can see that these are built with a sense of ruggedness that they're not. So you have a lot of mild steel pieces on here, like the peg hangers for the passenger, like the landing gear, the peg mounts for the driver, that on the Chinese bikes are cast and tend to shatter when you look at them hard. Yeah. And these are mild steel on these, which means they're going to take a hit, they're going to bend, and you can bend them back again. And when you're talking about a play bike or a trail bike, that's super important.
Is that a passenger peg there?
It is.
Just above the... Yeah.
It is. And that's what I thought was really interesting, is that there has on the back spar of the frame, there is a actual passenger peg hanger on this bike. So it's designed to take two people. So this is a world bike. This is a bike designed for
Yeah, I
cultures.
wonder if we're going to get that, though.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing because even in other markets like the Honda Monkeys come with rear passenger.
And they
pegs.
don't for the U.S. market.
But the U.S. market, there's
Interesting.
That's the type of bike you can just throw on a rack on the back of your SUV or whatever, take
Yeah.
it anywhere you want, jump.
That's the size bike I would trust on a back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you throw that on the back of your
No,
Versatile.
I put my KLR on the verse.
Yeah.
Even my crappy little thing, and it's okay.
What's
rock
the
solid.
weight on that?
Under 300 pounds.
Okay.
It's
I
just,
don't know what the exact.
I got to
weight
say,
was.
it looks fantastic. And for me, looking at a motorcycle, you can be like, yeah, I'm going to put that in my garage for under 4K. Damn, 304 pounds it says.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not bitching about it. I'm not complaining one bit about that because it's a great little bike. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. 95 miles per gallon, wet weight, 304 pounds. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And again, throw your wife or girlfriend on the back and run down to the store when you're at the campsite. This is a great vehicle. What I don't see this as being like, oh, this is the bike I'm going to take off road and go do crazy off road shit. This is the bike I'm going to put in the back of the camper. This is the low.
Oh, yeah.
This costs less than a Honda Ruckus.
Yeah.
Like put that into perspective and be like, yeah, I can own this motorcycle super cheap and it can do a lot of cool things. That's pretty neat.
But if the camper breaks down and you have to jump on, unload the bike and go get some parts,
Yeah, this is a bike that can do it.
no problemo.
I mean, class-wise, as far as engine size, as far as cost, everything, it's right in line with a Honda Monkey or a Honda Trail or something.
Right.
But I got to believe that this thing can do close to 70 mile an hour.
Yeah,
Right.
and it's water cooled too.
It's
which
water cooled.
None of the
right.
Hondas are.
And when you compare that, this is the same price as a Honda Monkey. This is the same price as a Honda Trail 125. And you're getting a 6-speed gearbox with liquid cooling. Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to pose, I want to have the Trail 125 or the Cub or I want to have the Monkey.
Yeah, the cuteness is definitely
The cuteness
there.
is all there, but if I actually need to have it on the back of my camper because where we go, I need to be able to go firewood or whatever, or go to the store, this is probably what I'm going to have.
Or if you're camping somewhere and you really want to do some off-road riding,
Right.
you're in Colorado, you want to go up in the mountains or something.
This is exactly what you need.
Think about this too, like so the Grom and everything with the smaller wheels, with these bigger wheels. I wonder what the fuel mileage is. You're
It's at
probably-
100 miles a gallon.
100 miles. Oh yeah,
It's 100 miles to the
about
gallon.
the same.
So, and my wife and I, we are very fond of the KLX 300 when we go to foreign lands because they're prevalent, they're everywhere, and they can do everything.
Well, that's what the new 500 gave me a Woody.
Right. But this is on this setup. It would be not. We wouldn't be sharing a bike. We would each have one of these.
Yeah.
So we'd rent 2 of these and just be able to go out and have fun. Yeah, that's great. That's a good pick, John. Love it, man. Love it. Who else? I'm sorry, John set the bar very high. All right, Pete's up. Pete, what you got,
I
baby?
think this is predictable, but I'm going with the BMW F450.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
did not see that coming.
Well, and in fact, I knew he was going to do it, so I didn't read one fucking word about
Me
it.
neither. Well, I think when you said, "Hey, we're going to talk about these bikes," within a 0.7 seconds, Pete's like, "I got the 450."
You literally that email didn't even land yet. That text didn't land. He's like, I got the 450.
I had just finished reading about it, and when
Wow.
the text came in, I was like, okay, well, that's right in my wheelhouse, obviously.
So
Well, one more thing about that. That Moto Hop was talking about a bike he could put on the back of his thing, and I'm
Right.
like, that'd be a great bike.
Oh yeah, you're right. on
Totally
this thing.
agree.
All right, Pete, hit us.
So go ahead and throw this up, Sleepy. Let
Okay.
the folks at home see it.
So it's the Baby GS. It's a twin cylinder.
Now this isn't the baby GS because we have the 310.
Well,
in
that's
our
what I was
shop.
gonna say.
So it's
So-
the not quite the baby.
It slots in above the
Yeah,
310.
it's the older brother to the baby.
Yeah. It's actually 420 cc's. Mm-hmm. Here's the interesting part. It's got an automatic clutch.
Oh,
Not just a Shift Assist Pro, which you can get. It's going to come in 4 trim levels, but only the highest trim levels come in the U.S., so we're going to talk about that one.
Okay.
And it does come with Shift Assist Pro, but they all have an auto clutch. You can ride this bike from a dead stop without ever touching the clutch.
Really?
Yeah, which is new.
And for off road, I mean, like,
And it still has the clutch on it.
And you can use the clutch at any
Right.
time if you so choose. Yeah.
So this is a recluse clutch.
Similar, except
Yeah.
for it has the a recluse will let you roll backwards or it'll run away.
Mm-hmm.
This thing's it's got some sort of technology that won't do that. It has engine braking and like a slipper clutch.
Wow.
So it's a new BMW thing they just came up with. So.
Okay.
but you have a clutch lever, so if you want to wick it up and then dump
Correct.
the clutch.
Yep, exactly.
So that's
you
like
can
the Honda
wheelie
Sport
still?
clutch.
okay.
Honda had a sport clutch on their quads where it was like it's a auto quad, but you had a clutch lever and you could grab it and it would push the throw out bearing and you could rev it up and you can do a wheelie. and
Hop
stuff.
over a log or something
yeah.
on a rock, whatever, ditch.
You could clutch it if you wanted.
Yeah, because that's
Okay.
that would always scare me about not being able to do that when you want it to.
Yeah.
And especially in turns sometimes. Sometimes the bikes like the auto clutch ones get weird in turns.
Yeah.
So you kind of want to have it's weird.
It gives you all the control of a regular clutch, but all the ease of an auto clutch.
And I mean, I
basically.
can imagine in sand or like washboard conditions and shit where you just want to focus on your riding and keeping it loose. Like that has to be pretty nice to be able to just not worry about that at all.
Yeah.
So that does make sense a little bit more for me in off-road stuff. I don't like it so much on-road. Like I rode the Africa Twin with the DTC, and it really wasn't my favorite because you just didn't get that engine. You didn't get the same feeling as you do with the clutch. But off-road, remember the bike, the Husqvarna I had the
Dude.
recluse clutch.
That recluse clutch, I had to readjust that twice.
Yeah.
So the way it was delivered, I could not use the clutch to make the front wheel go over logs.
Yeah, I could never.
So
Get
I
it to
could
do
never
it.
get the bike to wheelie that I needed it to wheelie, but it would function as an automatic, so to speak, like
Yeah.
a Trail 110. It would function like that normally, but if I would come up against an obstacle or something and I would just give it the beans, pull the clutch in, throw the clutch out,
Yeah.
I couldn't pick the wheel up in half an inch off the ground. It would just slip. So I read up on it, and then I took the thing apart, readjusted everything, put it all back together again, got it to the point where I could pull like a very pathetic looking wheelie across my parking lot. And I was like, well, maybe that's good enough. Took it out in the woods again, same. Was not happy
See, that's
with it.
what so all the dudes down in mid, like southern, whatever
Yeah.
you call it, the BMAC guys
Yep.
and all them, they were like, that's the way it should be. Like that's what keeps it from stalling. Like
I get it.
Yeah,
And it would not stall.
No, I
But
didn't
it
like-
also would not pick the front wheel up to go over a log.
Yeah, it was really
so
weird.
part of my
And that was that Husqvarna 501
610.
or 610.
Yeah.
610. Plenty of balls, plenty of
yeah.
power, 80 miles an hour with no problem. But what it wouldn't do is I could not loft the front end predictably. And so I took the thing apart, adjusted it so that it was at the very end of its travel. Then it would give me, when I asked for a wheelie under normal circumstances,
It'd give you
I
some
could
belt.
clutch the front end up or bounce the front end up pretty good, pretty legitimately. But then I was also at the point where it kind of almost would stall. So when I would get in that super crawling mode, the RPMs would drop so low that it would be like, I'm going to stall, right? So it was never exactly happy for me.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I sold it at the right moment, and I didn't have to spend too much time fucking around with it. I had another bike, a DR650, had a recluse clutch on it. That the day that I got it apparently was the day after God had touched it and made it perfect. And it would wheelie on command, and it would also not stall, and it would also hold, a hill hold essentially.
Really?
Where I could sit there and just give it a little bit of gas, and it would just and wouldn't could drop back 1 inch.
Huh.
And that DR650 with the recluse in it was magical.
Huh.
And then the Husqvarna with the recluse in it, like I said, 3 tries before I got to what I thought was like, okay, well.
See, I gave up. I was like, I don't like the recluse clutch.
Right, because you played with that one too, the yellow one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you played with that one
Well,
too.
see, I thought, so it was tighter. The dudes, so BMAC and those guys
Yeah.
are the guys that set it up.
They set it up, yeah.
And that's the way they run theirs like that to go do all the gravel
Right.
running and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the way you want it. I don't know shit about them. I did not like
I
it.
ran it down the railroad tracks, and it was great on gravel. It was great on transitional stuff.
Yeah.
But the second I would go back in the forest with it, and I would try to use my clutch to get the front wheel over obstacles.
Maybe
Didn't like
instead
that.
of going room, you needed to go rah rah.
And to John, you're not wrong, because you're not wrong.
Yeah,
because
it's centrifugal. Right?
when I got to the point where, after my third adjustment, and I was like, okay, well, the front end's coming up a little bit now, I had to give it what any reasonable human would have said is a full upside down 12 o'clock wheelie. Like, I'm going to be chasing this thing down the hill, and the front end did come up. But it was way more revs, and you're exactly right. It was super violent.
Once you have that, then you just use it like a light
Yep,
switch.
like a light
But,
switch.
but I'm sure
That's exactly
BMW
right.
has it figured out. So-
Now, I have a question, because I noticed, Pete, that this thing has the roto grip business for the BMW smart stuff, right? So when I'm looking at these photos as they're rolling by, on the left grip, I see the indicative signs of the roller selector, which is a damn sight higher trim level than the Indian-built BMW 310 that I have in my showroom right now.
Well, this does have Indian DNA, TVS.
TVS.
Now, I don't know if it's full Indian production.
Well, I can look at this and tell you the pieces that my eyeballs are seeing are of a higher trim level than the bike I rode here 2 weeks ago. In everything. And headlights, I mean, just the fasteners, the stuff that's holding the handlebars on. This appears to be a much, much higher trim level. What is the price point on this motorcycle?
They didn't give the price.
They
point,
didn't?
but
Okay.
I'm gonna guess. It's $30 a cc, so 12 grand.
You're saying this is going to be an over $10,000 bike?
Oh, I think so.
How
Okay.
much was the 310?
Oh, like a $6,900 bike.
Yeah.
7,000.
Yeah.
So
Like-
I put this at probably 1099,
Okay.
11.
All right.
maybe.
Cool.
That seems a big
Survey says no.
Hey,
And like I said, the one that's come to the U.S. is the highest trim level. It's the trophy.
so they're not going to mess around with anything but the trophy for our market.
That's what I read. Yep.
So that's a pretty smart move on their part.
And
They're
the-
going to build the cheaper ones for the home markets, the Asian markets, but for the American market, they're going after Pete's wallet.
And not only that, but think about this. If they send the cheaper bikes to places where reputation doesn't mean anything to a company as long as it just works, but like here, their reputation could take a huge hit. Like I can't believe the 310 in some ways haven't.
How
tarnished their
is this
reputation.
not the perfect motorcycle for the guy that already has had four GSs?
Right?
My take on the 310 was simply this. It's a 310. I want it lean. I want it skinny.
Yeah.
I want it all those things. They turned a 310 into a really full-size bike with a really full-size gas tank, and it wasn't pleasant for me. It's not what I would want a 310cc bike to be.
It was definitely not a KLX 300.
You know how many 310s they sold last year?
I don't know.
22,000.
Okay.
And you
All
know,
right.
you know how many bikes they sold worldwide?
No.
Like about 220,000. So
Wow.
it's
10%.
10%.
10%. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Wow,
And it
that's
was
something.
that was the last year or this year. I'm sorry. This is the most motorcycles BMW has ever sold.
Correct. I read that.
in 1 year.
Yeah.
There's probably places where it really makes a lot of sense where it's kind of like having a full-size bike, but maybe for tax purposes or fuel mileage or whatever.
Like
the
Roads
310
roads where you can't go over 45
Yeah.
or 50 miles an hour.
I was
You don't need
surprised
it.
to see that number on the 310s though. I didn't think they sold that many. Of them.
Me either. I'm going to say I'm very surprised, and that has probably a lot to do with a very affordable way to buy a BMW badge.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So
something.
okay, so I'm checking my numbers here. So they sold 210,000 worldwide.
Total units.
So
yep.
it's actually a little over 10%. And a full third of those that they sold were the big GSs, the 1250s
Right.
that are still available, and the 1300s.
They need to sell like a tank kit. Like make it okay. Here's the full size,
Right.
full range. Here's a 5-gallon gas tank.
Okay.
For your, you want to commute this thing, but like, let's say you want to go a little bit more towards off-road, you could be able to get the 2.5-gallon tank.
Well,
But they usually do that with the GS and then the GS8.
Well, yeah, because the F series you could get different trim levels. Like this, my favorite was always the CS with that weird little tank area in the middle.
frunk.
Yeah, the frunk.
The frunk on the CS.
Well, like the 310 comes as like the rally version, but what about like the, I don't know, the dirt version or something?
Well, I'm looking at some different pictures of this F450 GS.
The DS version, which is for more dual sport.
Yeah, look at these images that I'm throwing up right now, because when you look at, like, this is going to the trouble of bringing up those magnesium engine casings, and they're like, that was always a thing. You're like, okay, with the Rotax motors and stuff like that, the magnesium engine casings, what change does that make? Right? Is it 7 ounces?
So right there, that BMW
ERC.
that's the Easy Ride clutch.
Exactly.
That's what they're calling their automatic clutch.
So
there's a little side panel there.
Yeah, I really think that looking at this bike, the fit and finish of this does seem to be of a much higher quality than the 310. So I think that there's a lot of things on this bike that are better attention to detail
I
than...
concur with that. Just looking at that picture, man. It just
Yeah.
like, that looks solid. That looks like my F900.
Yeah, there's a lot of attention to detail on here. And it's like, okay, we're going to use Torx instead of hex heads.
That clottery bag of bolts.
What?
I called your F900 a clattery bag of bolts.
I love that bike. Don't make fun of my F900.
So
It smoked my Versys really handily.
It's a lot of Hurspers. So that's an interesting thing. Now, Pete, at this bike at 450 cc's and 48 horsepower, right?
Yep,
Something
yep,
like that.
yep.
Yeah. So that's
Which the 48 horsepower is the upper limit for the A2 licensing.
exactly. That's where you got to draw the line. Yep. And so you think that they're just going to build them one way. 48 HP is going to make them legal on the whole planet with your A2 license, and you don't have to have a special light or button on the dashboard that warns you that. With Moto Guzzi's, you can buy the Moto Guzzi as an A2 compliant bike, and there will literally be a icon on the dashboard that lights up that says 48 horsepower. And that tells the police officer that's looking down at your motorcycle that your motorcycle is in the A2 compliant operating mode. So the motorcycle detunes itself to be legal for A2 operators, and then once you get your full license, you can take it to the shop and have it unneutered.
I don't think I want to own a twin-cylinder 450 that puts out much more than that.
Well, that's
I
kind
feel
of
like once you start trying to get that much power
Right.
out of that motor, you're getting fragile.
we talked about this many years ago, where a parallel twin that puts out 40 horsepower is a hell of a lot of fun. And there's not much in the world that you'd need to do that you can't do with a parallel twin with 40 some odd horsepower. That it might be the butter zone motor for, like, if a guy can only own one motorcycle. And not shocking to me when they come up with the A2 licensing structure, they did something smart, like pick a motorcycle you could live with, or pick a horsepower you could live with.
But hasn't Honda had the CB500X for about 10 years now?
Yep.
Oh, over that, yeah.
Yeah, over that. And they
that would be the way I would go.
And they even have the CB650 that is sold as an A2 variant that it is compliant with that A2 licensing. So it is a motorcycle that could do more, but it's restricted to 48 HP.
Well, I mean,
And I think I'm way more excited about the Kawasaki 500 coming out.
Yeah, that looks nice. That looks really nice.
But hey, I really do love BMW.
So this platform, again, made in India, right? So it's built in India motorcycle. It's at that price point. We're going to talk about this a little later, but things like the Ibex 450, things like the Vettore, don't call it an Althreich, Marini, they're all going to be in the $6,500 price point. So you're going to be having a premium on this bike of about $4,000.
But Marini was like, "Oh, you like 450s? Hold my beer. How about a 300?" And
Yeah, we'll
fucking
get to
thing?
that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But right now I want to focus on the particular BMW, because this bike, for BMW buyers, this is a really, really good way to open up your garage. And you've got that GS, that big, 1200 plus cc motorcycle, but now you can have a kinder, gentler, more fun, lightweight commuter bike and still be on the Rundell, Do you think I got a feeling this is kind of barking right up your tree.
Yeah, I like the thought of this. Oh, here's the next thing. It's under 400 pounds too. It's like 395
Yeah.
ready to go.
I feel like if you have that, you don't need that stupid NX, and you probably should let me have it.
Well, the NX could go away, and that would put a tidy down payment.
It
towards
would.
one of these.
That's
It really
true.
would.
We should talk.
Yeah.
This thing has decent suspension on it too. They
It
went
looks
with
like it.
KYB.
And it's adjustable, whereas on the
Exactly.
310 it's not.
Yeah.
So the 310 suspension, they're claiming a 7 inches at the front and 7 inches at the back with no adjustments whatsoever. And this bike very much has adjustable suspension, and it's good suspension. KYB tends to make good quality stuff, whereas the suspension that's on the 310 in my showroom is you cannot identify the manufacturer.
This also comes with Brembo brakes
It does.
in the front.
Nice.
I
Excellent.
think they were 4-piston maybe.
Okay. Yeah, that's all good stuff.
The edition that's coming to the U.S. also has the spoked wheels, not the cast wheels.
Okay, and it's going to be a 1917 configuration?
Yeah, that's one disappointment. I'm not a big fan of 19-inch front wheel.
I
But
get that.
I could live with it.
Yeah.
What would you prefer, the 21?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
if you want to
off-road,
go
yeah.
actual off-road with it, the 21's going to make it so much nicer.
Goes over stuff.
It goes over stuff, exactly, right, yeah. There's nothing like being able to go over stuff. And it does. The 2100 gets you out of a lot of stupid situations where you're like, oh, I'm in over my head. I'm going a little too fast right now. A 6-inch log will stop a 19-inch wheel dead, and you're going to go over the handlebars. Where a 21-inch wheel is just going to float right over that cocksucker. So, yeah, a 21-inch wheel makes all the difference in
But
the
then your
world.
back hits it and then flings you over the front.
Yeah,
end.
a different experience.
Fine.
Yeah, I'd rather have that than to eat the gauges.
I haven't been over the bars yet this year, so.
You're not trying hard enough, John.
Yeah.
No, I really am not.
Yeah.
I mean,
So that's really, this is a really cool bike, and for BMW people in particular, I think this is going to be a really good way that they can get onto a light middleweight, and stay in the BMW camp. And I also can see a whole lot of places for our friends at SWMotech to just bolt shit on left, right, and center.
And BMW is fully supporting it too with like a whole catalog of stuff. Racks.
The release date looked
Foot pegs,
impossible.
seats.
I saw a release date of literally this year.
Well, they've been working on it since last year. I mean, this was teased at Eicma
At Eicma,
24.
yeah, 24. Wow.
So it's
Wow.
really been in the pipeline for a full year.
It's
I've seen spy photos of it, like guys riding.
clonking around on it. Yeah, it's a cool bike. It is. I think that's going to be a big thing. As we talked about right now, the 450s are super popular for every manufacturer.
people have been just fucking all over that Ibex. Every motor
yeah.
journalist in the world.
Absolutely.
I'm like,
Well, Liza tried to buy one, and every place she tried to buy it from was throwing $2,000 on top of the MSRP. We're going to get to that too. We're going to get into that. Anybody else have any reports from the Eicma that they went goofy for?
I did find it interesting that they are still, Suzuki is going to keep alive the 650 motor and what they're calling the GP7 or something like that. I
That
don't
looks
know.
interesting.
The SV7?
The
It's like,
SV7.
because it's like the V-Strom for the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a great idea because 90% of V-Strom spent their life doing 1 million miles on the road.
Well, and
So basically, they just built an SV650.
Well, it's the same. It's a platform kind of. Yeah.
so we joked about the V-Strom needing to change its name to the P-Strom.
Right.
Because
The
they've gone
parallel-
from a V to a P.
Right.
They ditched the V and went to a P. And to all of us that are fans of the legendary, don't say Gladius around us. We do not acknowledge the existence of the Gladius.
Oh, I fully existed.
they
I like that weird fucker.
they look like an Atari alien come to life. It was perfect.
that weird fucking bike.
The
I don't know, I'm like,
SV650.
that's weird.
I'm going on the record to say I'm more a fan of the V than the P.
I'm a big fan of the V rather than the P. But so it does look like what they've done is, but here's what,
Sean, wake up.
right.
Sean likes the P.
If you want to go ahead and pull this up, Sleepy,
Yes.
if you go to their website, be careful, folks, because the SV7GX has a 645cc engine.
So it's an SV650.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's an SV645, right? So it's called a 7 for some reason, but it's literally a 643. It's a 650 or 645.
It's a nice looking bike.
It's a nice looking bike, and
It's
I have
the
no problem
it's
with
the
it.
venerable SV.
It's an SV650. Call it what it is. Loyalty will work, man. There's nothing.
It's an SV650 Rally.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing about this bike that isn't. And it's funny because even when you look at pictures from the side of it, you're looking at a picture of the bike and you're like, oh, that's an SV650, and somebody put like a weirdo front fairing on it. Because the rest of the bike is almost every SV650 I've ever owned. And you're like, yeah, that's just a bike that I've had before. It's just somebody put a weird front fairing on it. But
Looks
all
like they
the
got
other,
inverted forks now.
they don't.
No?
No, those are cartridges.
It said it had upside down forks.
Well, look at that. If you look at that picture right there, those aren't upside downers.
That's a difficult
Oh,
picture
that's
to look
kind of
at.
hard. Oh, no, he's right.
Yeah, those are
'Cause they've
traditional
got the
forks.
little lippy lip there
Yeah,
thing, though.
those are traditional forks in that particular picture. Now, we don't know.
What's on there?
No, those are traditionals.
Oh, that's sloppy.
Those look inverted.
Well, let's go ahead and pull up better pictures of it.
Fuck's sakes.
Yeah, let's go to the chassis feature,
Where's our tech guy?
right?
Fuck's
Telescopic
sake.
forks right there, my friend. 41 millimeter telescopic forks. Yep.
How cheap can we make this?
That's bing, 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 bing. Tom nailed it. How on earth can we possibly keep this bike affordable?
Well, Suzuki's kind of become the budget brand of the four
Yes,
big
it
bikes.
is. You can go ahead and throw this picture up, Sleepy, if you want. We can take a look at those forks up close. But yeah, they are definitely not inverted. Those are definitely right
I mean,
side up
still,
forks.
it's a good-looking bike.
It is a good looking
Well,
bike for being a
okay,
20-year-old
okay.
SV650.
Okay, let's go ahead and say it.
Yeah.
It looks like every adventure bike that's come up from Eicma this year.
Okay.
They all look exactly the fucking same.
They do.
That's because they block wind and they're comfortable.
They're
Yeah.
yeah,
So there's
right.
only so much you can do to
There's only
block wind. and
there's
be
only
comfortable.
one designer in China that comes up with this.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you can only do so much.
Oh, I get it. How would you like your headlights in a giant X?
Right.
Right.
A twin.
I like the one where like they hung out with Douglas Adams before he died because
Right.
they kind of rolled the eyeballs off to the left.
They
yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they absolutely
Would you
did.
like a wonky shark eye?
Right. All
How
right.
would you like your headlight fairing?
So let's go ahead and we're gonna give John a little respect, and
Oh,
you
the
can just
Gladius?
throw this up because there's John's Gladius in all of its Gladius glory.
My
Right.
favorite was
beautiful.
My favorite was always the turn signals and little outrigger fairings.
That's a great looking frame.
Yeah, but it's the same frame on the new bike. I'm glad you like it because they kept it.
Yeah, it's literally the KLR of
It's the
sport
same
bikes.
41 millimeter traditional forks, right?
Yep.
It's all the same stuff. They didn't change anything. I do like that they went from calling it an SV650 to now calling it an SV7, even though the CCs are the same.
Yeah.
So, ouch. That's
if you
what
like
it is.
the old bike, you're gonna love
You're
the
gonna
same old
love
bike.
this. You're gonna love this bike. It's great because it does. It is one fancy fairing away from a Gladius.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what it is. Good job, Suzuki.
So they actually put some attention into
Well
making
done,
the Gladius,
sir.
and like I said, the new SV7XG,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah, the
Looks
SV7GX.
Like, it looks like the the Xscape you've got on the floor.
It does. And it looks like they took a Versys front end, like a Versys front fairing and windshield and everything, and put it on a
Yeah.
SV650. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
So apparently, too, I mean, it's worth mentioning since I'm a Honda guy that
Yeah.
the Honda, the V3 Honda broke cover 900, but they're saying that it's going to be more like a 1200 cc bike
Because of the electric
Compressor.
supercharging.
yeah, the e-compressor
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. And that's funny, too, because you're like, okay, we have a compressor, we have a
That's the-
supercharger that has no parasitic draw.
The V3R 900.
Yeah.
Right, but then if you read the article a little bit deeper,
Right.
it's not like a typical supercharger.
Ooh, not at all.
So all it's doing is maintaining a PSI for then the fuel system to have a constant at all times and high velocity.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. I was like,
Wow.
in my mind, I was just picturing if the motorcycle could have a airbox that was like 73 cubic feet. That's what this supercharger is doing. Is it's creating this volume of air. That's like a positive pressure system.
So it's funny. I was at SEMA Garage with these dudes that like this dude Greg is like he is the guy they bring in when you're Ford and you want to tune your new car.
Okay, yeah.
So like
he's the guy.
Yeah, he's the guy, right? So he was explaining this, and he says that basically what they're doing is this has been done in cars for a while, but if you can control the input charge to be an exact PSI, then all of your fuel, like your ability to react to different outside elements, is like instantaneous.
Yeah.
I think that's what Phil was saying. If you could have a big enough tank, you would have a limitless supply.
Well,
At some point, somebody says, this is how much fuel we can put in. Based on the size of our cylinders, based on the amount of valve surface area we have, this is how much fuel we can put in.
Based on the amount of dumbass with a drill that drills holes in the box.
This is how much fuel we can put in. The problem is we don't have enough space on this vehicle to put that much air in to match it, because we still need to maintain a stoichiometric mix. So it's always been the quest for, can we put the gas tank under the seat and make the gas tank an airbox? Having a high volumetric airbox has always been the solution for racing motorcycles. Get the gas that's heavy down low and out of the way of the airbox. Make the airbox into this giant chamber, this volume, where we can now have enough air to match the amount of gas that, due to fuel injection or thirsty carbs, Honda Superhawk, where we could throw a limitless supply of gasoline at it, 30 miles per gallon in a Honda VTR 1000 or Suzuki TL 1000R. Where we could have all the gas in the world going at it, but where the fuck are we going to carry this air around with us? And you cannot have a blimp full of air, a still, space of air traveling on your motorcycle.
Well, and also,
having this electric supercharger is a great way to do it.
And you'll never get constant velocity.
No.
Even a turbocharger spools, it unspools.
Could you
it does that?
arrow down a little bit more down? Now, while you're going, up.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
up.
Stop. Wait. The front view. One more line. One more. Okay, keep coming. Right there. Okay, to the right, that one.
Okay, got it.
So look how it looks though from the front. It's asymmetrical because of the turbo and the color. What the fuck?
Well, it's camouflage, man.
That is I think that's intentional. So it's kind of like the stuff they do to prototype cars, where they
fine.
hide the lines.
Okay, please let that be the case.
Yeah.
What I'm
But wow, that weird.
mostly
hump.
hoping that they're doing is they're trying to deflect some of the Chinese beating them to market.
Yeah.
And we know that in the past, if you show up with your bike and you think your bike is done and it's great, you just need another 6 months to get it through EPA or another year to get it through DOT or NHTSA. Next thing you know, what's happening is the Chinese just beat you there.
And it's going to be available on Amazon under the name Vnox.
Exactly.
I thought this was interesting. Is Honda says that the bike
That is asymmetrical as fuck, though.
Honda says the bike development concept is non-rail roller coaster intended to combine thrills with absolute peace of mind, which suggests that we can expect some next-level rider assist technology to make it harder than ever to crash.
I agree. I agree. And
That sounds like a challenge.
that's a big part
Hold
of it.
my beer.
Right. And I saw a motorcycle this morning, or when I was looking through a bunch of data, there was somebody that said, this thing detects the wheelie and prevents the wheelie. And I thought that was hilarious, that's the way they were marketing their motorcycle, was saying that our motorcycle detects and prevents the wheelie. It was for a British motorcycle. And I was like, how the fuck hilarious is that historically speaking, you're like, I want the wheelie. Give me the bike that will wheelie. And now we're selling things that have that sort of safety net or rider control system where it's like, yeah, we're not going to allow you to have the wheelie. It's a crazy looking bike, and I do love that about it. I like that it's a Street Fighter, testing sled, this mule.
Well, once they get the motor homologated or whatever, then it'll be in everything.
That's that kind of a thing where 900 cc's, it's not heavy. If you can just get people in the idea of like, okay, I just turned my key on. I could hear my fuel injector and my fuel pump powering up. We know what that sounds like. And then I'm also going to hear this little Kirby vacuum cleaner,
this hair
right?
dryer is gonna
Yeah,
fire
the
up.
blow dryer, exactly. Right. This little pump, this little electric air pump is going to fire up, and it's going to create a positive pressure zone that my motorcycle is going to benefit from always being properly
All
ventilated.
right, everybody, place your bet.
Yeah.
Give it the amount of time before the first guy puts his dick in it.
10 years. 10 years.
Yeah, not long at all.
10 years
Hey,
from now.
hey,
Oh, yeah.
Sleepy?
I mean, when the first one they sell won't be for about 10 years.
Hey, Sleepy?
Yes.
It's Japanese. Somebody's already put their dick in it. And there's a movie and a fetish already based around it.
I so much want Honda to get back into all the other power sports. Mm-hmm. They kind of failed with the Aquatrax. It was great, should have been great, but it was prone to failures and everything. But I feel like, especially like the Africa Twin 1100 parallel twin, That should, I mean, there should be an Arctic Twin, which is a snowmobile. There should be an Aqua Twin, which would be a, they need to get into some of that stuff. Maybe
there should be a Wonder Twin, which is a superhero team.
Right.
I want a Honda riding lawnmower.
But then, well, yes, absolutely.
As soon as I get my supercharged,
but this motor, even
can
more
do
than
anything.
Even more than that.
Anything.
This V3 with that turbocharger, like put it in everything.
Anything
Side by sides, every fucking, I don't care. Helicopters,
Lawnmowers.
airplanes.
How many horsepower does a Honda Civic have?
Depends.
Under 150 horsepower stock out of the factory,
Like 130,
right?
depending on what trim.
Okay. We can agree that 150 is a pretty
130
fair
to
number.
150, yeah.
I was gonna say that thing's
SI,
only like a
maybe
1.8.
200 if you get like a high-end SI. Or
How many horsepower is in this thing?
Probably going to be like 190.
Can be tunable to 200 horsepower. So if this is tunable to 200 horsepower, and we look at the motor that's currently dwelling under the hood of most Honda Civics is 150 horsepower, give or take.
Yeah.
Right? This is going to be lighter, smaller, more efficient, all the good things. John's exactly right. You can put this motor in everything.
Well,
but this is a sticker I want to put on every single one of them.
Conversely, it's also the easiest way.
I want to put this sticker on every single one of them.
That's
The Henry
adorable.
160.
The Henry 160.
I want to put that. So when you turn that bike on, it goes.
Uh-huh.
If
But
you
this
need
is-
me, I'll be downstairs with the shop vac. You can call me, but I won't hear you because it's loud with the shop vac on. Yep. Yeah, that's a good day out right there. So that's good take, man. I like it.
So I got one.
You got one?
Yep.
Bring it on, baby.
So to be cool right now, and if you want to be online and be cool, you got to have a Ducati.
Yes, you do.
You got to have a Panigale.
You got to have
Everybody's
Panigale.
saying all these
That's
things, right?
Yeah.
So you
The
look
Ducati
into it, and
Wankmaster
you're like,
1000.
hey, the cheapest Panigale is the V2.
Yes, it is.
So that's about 18, 19 grand, maybe 20 out the
the
door
bar,
with
yeah.
extra little fuzz
Right.
and everything on the side.
Oh, yeah.
It's got 120 ponies now.
Yes, it does. Yep.
Interesting. But
Oh,
I
yeah.
get it's a V-twin, so those are fun on the track. But then you know what Mona Marini said?
Right.
They said, hey,
Hold my beer.
yeah. So I'm very interested. Like, I actually would like to purchase one of these when they come to your shop.
Yep.
Is the Corsaro Sport.
Right. And this is
A 90-degree V-twin making 96 horsepower. So you're 20 shy of the Ducati.
And this is the
but
one
you're-
that we saw, the 750, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So this is 750,
right.
but they're overhauled it.
Right. Yeah, the Corsaro. So
So-
the Corsaro was the sport bike that was in the booth. We got a good look at it when it was in the booth when we saw it last year. And they had it there, and I was like, woo, that's that 750 motor that they had, the V-twin motor that they had in the Calibro. And I was like, whoa, that's kind of cool.
And they gave it a little extra sauce.
And they give it a little zhuzh, you know?
Zhuzh,
Yeah, they give it a little extra zhuzh. And super, super sexy bike. And let me go ahead and throw this up for the folks at home. There we go.
Yeah.
That's a very, very clean bike.
Moto Marini's really doing it well with their styling, and I don't know if it's one person responsible for that or if it's a design team,
But
I spent a weekend in the Aprilia booth, and the Aprilia booth is death by angles. And it's nice to see some fluid curves.
it is.
Yeah.
And so, but it has Brembo brakes, fully adjustable
Oh, yeah.
forks, fully adjustable rear shock.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking this could be a really fun, probably what, 7,500 around there?
Yeah, something around there, yeah.
That's a track bike.
If it's
dude.
Marini,
That's-
it's going to be affordable.
That'll
Yeah.
be a fun as fuck, 130 mile an hour V-twin, torquey as shit track bike, dude.
Yeah, and one of the big things about where Sleepy's talking about, I was lucky enough or broke enough to campaign an SV650. And one of the reasons I chose to campaign an SV650 is that V-twin. And it's a very easy to ride bike, but it's very rewarding. It's really interesting. 96 horsepower, yep, that's no slouch.
Dude, my
Right?
BMW is 115. And so you're right there with that,
Yeah,
you know?
I completely. And you can either get it as a Corsaro 750 naked bike, you can get it as Corsaro Sport, right? That is a motorcycle that is going to be a really pleasant daily rider, but also a really pleasant track day bike. Too,
But
I think.
then, if I happen to just come into probably, I don't know, because it's not going to be $5.
Yeah.
But CF Moto decided to drop a fucking super let's go world superbike racing for the street bike.
their V4
Is that the 1000 SRR?
Yeah, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck it is. But the only thing though that they're kind of losing me on, and I hope they offer a version without it,
Right.
is they have like fucking Travis Pastrana 3-foot wide active arrow on the front.
Oh, it's not just active arrow. It is hilarious. You almost think it's like the veins off of a windmill.
Yeah,
That they
it's-
turn, they rotate so much
And the two people that actually need those wings are already sponsored
They're already
by bigger
working.
companies. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, when I watched the video of the bike going through its demo,
Are they removable?
there is so much so much arrow on the front of this vehicle. It looks like a goddamn hammerhead shark.
Oh, we have a member checking in saying, Sean Noel says, aha, admittedly, the Corsair is also a fave from his list.
Yeah, well, it's hard to not love it, Sean.
But Sean,
Yeah.
the important question that you have to answer in the comments is, do you like the V or the P when we're talking
right.
about your V-Stroms?
Yeah, if you're
Or
looking
Stroms.
right, when you're looking for Stroms, do you want a V or do you want a P? I
when
think
you're-
Sean's probably partial to the P.
When you're cruising for P or V.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. It's funny. It's so hard to find a picture of the CF Moto.
Sean says he likes the GT.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Nice. Yeah.
It's on there. It was on Facebook. They had it on Facebook.
Yeah,
if you go to their CF Moto
There
page.
you
or
go.
something.
Go ahead and throw this up.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
Yeah. This looks like a fucking fighter jet is trying to back into the hangar.
But, like, the thing that sucks is the rest of the bike is so good, and then they just made the wings, like, too much.
Well,
It looks like any minute they're going to spread apart and they're going to attack the Death Star.
that's also true.
Well, not
Yeah.
only that, but I can guarantee you how many times you're going to break that just pushing the bike through your garage.
I've already broken it just looking at it.
Especially because
Plus whatever motor runs it.
That's what I'm about to say. They fucking move. They
Yeah.
were like Moto Marini. You got, Moto Guzzi.
Yeah.
You got fucking moving fins.
It's
Why hold my
going to
beer?
fight Arnold Schwarzenegger in the next movie.
Yeah.
The motors that open and close the active air on the Moto Guzzi are the same motors that open and close the sliding doors on Dodge minivans. So you're never going to break them because weight's not an issue with a Moto Guzzi.
Right.
On this thing, weight's an issue. So
They got a servo from one of the old giant scale.
it is
planes
literally. I was going to
fly.
say, it's an RC servo out of an
Yeah,
airplane.
yeah.
It's just like zip zip. Yeah.
But the side profile of this bike, man, I made my noise.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is a bat cycle. It is really, really weird. I'll pull one up. It's very, very weird how the image of this bike, it's slab-sided, and there's so much aero going on. It's a bonkers bike, man. It really, really is. And again, we are talking about CF Moto here. We're talking about a very, very cutting-edge engine from a company that is not known for making engines that are
Well-
like, oh, this engine is super light and puts out 211 horsepower.
But
crazy,
they
though.
literally just took everybody from KTM and said, how would you like to work for a company that doesn't go out of business?
Okay, yep. I
Yeah, get
I
that
can see
side
that.
profile
No.
right there.
Yeah,
Get that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Let's get that side profile put up there. Come on, right there.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Settle the fuck down. There you go. There it is. Yeah, I mean, that's...
You know, it's still shocking to me to see racing motorcycles with the name
my
CF
God.
Moto.
Oh,
down
believe
the
me,
side.
it's... Right.
How far up in the air can you stick your fucking tail?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
Jesus.
that is not meant
that's
for a passenger.
absurd.
That is purely...
This is a fucking world superbike.
It is.
mock version of it. Like,
If
looks
you had
so
if you had
slow.
told me when I was digging through a fashion
so this is gonna
that this was going to be a CF Moto,
Is that whole swing arm there all a big carbon fiber fucking lump?
It's probably a cover. But
think it's
what,
a cover.
this
Looks
bike
like a
is
cover.
either going to live on 271 with all the
Yeah.
650 Eve dudes, or this is going to be a mean track bike too. It'll be fun as shit.
Or it's going to be like the first time Hyosung tried to put a bike out in MotoGP, and it's just going to fall apart in the second lap.
well, that's why I'm not buying
Right. That's it. Because, you know, there's this whole idea of like, we're going to go out and we're going to go MotoGP racing. But then there's the whole like, okay, you need to get through a year of research and development so you get a bike that can complete the race.
That front tire looks pretty small.
That's a 120 by 70 or 120 70 by 17. It's pretty normal.
All right, I don't
Yeah,
know. I
that's
don't
pretty
know.
normal.
I don't know nothing about.
You know what's
GT
funny
bikes.
though? Like this is a perfect example of a company coming in and kind of changing something. So like the SC Racing, the exhaust company, kind of came in and said, "We don't like fucking like angled exhaust. Let's make these crazy pipes."
Yeah.
And then 4 years ago, they kind of started, maybe 5, they started bringing that shit in, and now everybody's
Everybody's doing
that.
the 290-degree bends.
Dude, and Ducati, it looks like fucking they hired the Mario Brothers to fucking plumb
It looks
the
like
back
tunnels.
of the bike.
Yeah.
I'm just happy it's not a Honda giant triangular can.
Yeah, but like the
Yeah.
point being was, what did you always want? You wanted the least number of turns between the boom and the out.
Yeah.
Right?
Pull up like
and now this thing has literally got 90-degree bends all up in it.
Dude,
Yeah.
the Ducati ones with the SC stuff,
Yeah.
the stock exhaust looks kind of nice. The other ones, they got a pipe that comes up, goes into a loop,
Yeah.
wraps around the other one. They loop back down through the thing, come up. It looks ridiculous.
Oh, it's like the old Britain. Like if you looked at the Britain, the spaghetti that was hanging off the side of the Britain, and you're like, Is that tune length?
And,
It's like
and
the-
painted purple.
It's like
Yes,
it's
yeah,
like the
yeah,
Ferrari
pink.
guys. You have this
Yeah.
Ferrari that like I'm not a big supercar guy,
Right.
but like Ferrari is like you can say, hey, that's a beautiful design.
Yes.
Then they rip the back off and stick like some titanium bullshit.
So
exhaust.
then I have to ask, on every MotoGP bike
Yeah.
for the past 7 years, where the exhaust was as long as a 6-inch hoagie and exited from your right heel,
yeah.
right? Like there was no exhaust.
No, it was just a stick.
It was just an out and a boom, like
With,
like a
some
megaphone.
screen on the back
Right.
of it. Yeah.
So who's right and who's wrong? Is it the 16 feet of pipe hanging
Yeah.
around the jungle gym with you?
Well,
You know?
it may be
Depends on what kind of girl you are.
it may be tuned length,
I get it.
but it may also be decibel control.
It could, yeah,
because
right.
noise pollution has become a
Big
huge
problem.
thing with tracks.
Big problem. You're absolutely right. That's exactly right.
And that may be
We
how
forgot
they're
about the
doing it.
Laguna Seca
Oh,
rule.
right, yeah.
Right. Yeah, we'd like to enjoy lap number 2, but first you have to go past the decibel meter.
Right.
Right.
You
That
know
makes
what,
good sense.
You know what Laguna Seca proves? That like Karens have no like class, or like class. I mean like case system. Like
right.
Because like when you go to Laguna Seca, like when that rough Porsche weekend
Yeah.
was there, the money that is there with those cars
So
is
much.
in fucking sane, and they still get in trouble.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
these dudes have money where like they're having catered lunches.
You would
brought
think
in.
you'd be able to buy yourself out of the problem.
Yeah.
And it turns out, nope. Nope. HOA's got something to say about that.
Yeah.
Like, wait a second. I got an HOA on my $1 million house, and there's a lady in charge of it that got fired from beauty school twice. Yep, that's great. And she's going to tell me how big my RV's allowed to be.
She's shutting you down.
She's shutting me down.
You can't have that color of grass.
Oh yeah, exactly.
But don't you
Right.
think like they would have to disclose? Maybe I'm just stupid on this, but like if you were going to go buy a $1 million house, right?
Yeah.
Or 10, I get $1 million house is a normal
Right.
house now. Whatever, big house, right?
right.
Wouldn't they have to disclose? By the way, you are 1.2 miles away from a legendary racetrack that makes a lot of noise and has been there for 35 million years.
Doesn't matter.
Everybody sitting at this table knows right now that for $30,000, we can go on to Euclid Avenue in East Cleveland, and we can buy a former mansion.
Right.
12 rooms, 4 bathrooms, just shy of a helipad on the ceiling.
Right.
For $40,000, right?
You have to clean it out though of all the
The
people.
city might give you one.
We all know that,
Beside the point.
okay? But none of us has done it yet, despite it being obviously a sore dick deal.
Right.
Why have we not done it yet? Because you got to know the territory. Music Man said you got to know the territory. And if you buy a house and you don't know that every Sunday it's then you deserve it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go on Facebook, Marketplace and go, "Oh my God, 12-bedroom house, $40,000, 3 stories, brick, Tudor, whatever the fuck it is, right? Millionaires Row," and just go, "Okay, I just bought it." And then you get down there and you realize it's, Bone Thugs and Harmony's back 40, and y'all going to be shot up every weekend.
Well, yeah, no, you get down there and there's like active fires in the building with people keeping warm.
Also true.
And you're like, okay.
Also true. But the point being, if you're dumb enough to buy within 2 miles of Dragway 42, where you spend half your time,
Yeah.
I was delivering bikes to a customer that lives in this adorable little house, farm country, and I'm like, this is a nice little house. They got their little 16 acres of whatever the hell they're growing out here. It's a really cool environment. I'm loading the bike off the back of the truck, and all of a sudden, some goddamn quarter-mile disaster fired up, probably a mile and a half away,
Yeah.
but it still scared me enough I nearly dropped the bike out of the back of my pickup truck because that's what they live with now. They built their house 40 years after Dragway 42 was built.
Mm-hmm.
They knew it going into it. And if they're going to complain that Dragway 42 is too fucking loud, well, the corn never bitched before.
Well, you know what they did too. So like, but places are being like they're trying to be proactive.
Yeah.
So they invested, I think, $22 million 6 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a world-class place. So they sank the track.
Oh, they did.
So the track
They
is
lowered the
now
track.
like 40 feet down,
Yeah.
and the whole facility
Okay.
goes down to it.
Right.
So
That's
all the
pretty
noise
smart.
goes straight up,
Yeah.
and like that. So it does. It
That's pretty smart.
Yeah, they really put some effort
Okay.
into making sure.
Give them credit. That's
Well, they proactively
modern
did
times.
it. They weren't even getting sued. They saw that like as places
Everybody
encroached
else was
and
getting
stuff-
sued.
Modern
Yeah.
problems, modern solutions.
Well, and now they
Yeah.
can show, like, look, motherfucker, not only did we do this, we
Right.
sank the track. We had audio surveys done and
Yeah.
everything. So,
It's a big deal.
Yep.
That is a big deal. Anybody else got a bike from the show?
So I did not get to do a whole lot of research because
Okay.
I was
Lay it on me.
working on it all day.
Yeah, Layla.
But this one's kind of big. The Honda WN7.
Yes.
Yeah, that is a good looking.
Yeah, and that's
Well, get your
one-
Kylo Ren jokes ready.
Is that
For
the,
real.
Is that the electric thing?
Correct.
Yes.
And the point is not that it's an electric bike, because we have made fun of live
We have been
wire,
talking about all
and
the
we
electric
have seen the false start of Zero and moving to
I
Europe.
mean, it's not bad. 87
Well,
mile range, recharge from 20 to 80% in
It's
an hour. I mean,
it's less that it's an electric bike. It's an electric bike from Honda.
Yeah.
Because Honda doesn't fuck around. Honda's not going to be a bespoke. We're going to change
You
everything.
see how long it took Honda to get into this game?
Yep.
You see how long it took Toyota to make a 100% electric car?
Yep.
These companies are not going to get into it until it's
Because there
fucking
is
time to get
there
into
is
it.
no difference between the way this looks and the bike you literally just praised God that you got rid of.
Yeah. I
'Cause
mean,
it's a brick battery,
big
and
old
a-
brick
and a
battery.
sport
Yep.
bike.
Yep. That's exactly
and
right.
it may as well be the Zero. What was that? You
It's
just
a
got?
Zero SR.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zero SR.
But the fact that it has a Honda badge on it means that every 6 weeks you're not going to worry about your battery management.
I hope.
I hope.
I hope. What's to prevent Honda from going, we like marketing data.
Oh yeah.
Let's find out where he went last week. Let's find out what kind of what kind of grid he's plugged into, right? Let's have a device in his garage that's literally
your
stealing
heated-
every single one of his firmwares.
Your heated grips are now $8 a week.
And if you don't think people do that, did you hear the thing about Pokemon Go?
No.
So Pokemon Go is that game where like you were running around with your phone.
Oh,
capturing-
Oscar's super into it.
Right. So
Yeah.
do you know what they were actually doing? They were mapping the whole United States with pictures.
Yes.
that figures.
So now, like, if a politician is in a place that there's undisclosed, they
Yeah.
can match it to the pictures that all these idiots running around fucking capturing boogie monsters fucking filmed for everybody.
Did nobody else think that was happening? Because I thought the first thing that came out, I was
I
like,
thought it was data. I thought, okay, they're
Sleepy.
capturing
really?
GPS.
Because
and
I
that
thought
stuff.
when I saw TikTok came out and I saw that TikTok was a video-based thing where you could shoot videos and upload millions of videos, and they were training 10-year-olds to shoot videos all over the country.
Right.
I was like, they're literally training 10-year-olds to be spies.
So who has a Roomba?
Yeah, right.
Every
Yeah.
Roomba
Your
has a
Roomba
little
knows
cam-
your house.
Yeah, it knows your house.
Your
It maps
Roomba
your
knows
house.
Right, exactly. And your TV has been listening to you since the day you bought it.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
But-
and if you don't believe that, well, then you're a very kind person. You have the best.
If you don't
of-
believe that, I've got a bridge to sell you.
Well, it's fine. That's people that
But-
don't believe that's happening. But
The fact that Honda is
Okay.
finally dipping their toe into an electric
and that
bike.
that is noteworthy because Honda definitely is not into the idea of like let's be experimental. They're going to let all these other people fall on
Oh,
the
yeah.
sword first.
Yeah.
Honda's not going to be like, so we've invented a new hydrogen fuel cell technology. Let's be the first to take it to market and find out where it fails.
Well, they had that in California, and then they only would let people lease them, and then
James
was
May.
it was the EV1 problem
Right.
where everybody was like, we're not giving you the fucking car back.
No.
Fuck you.
What's
on that.
what's the new long range one that the Misfits were talking about with the open wheel in the back and stuff?
Well, this might be it because it's a
No.
single-sided swinger.
no,
Oh no,
this
okay.
is-
No,
this
they're
is supposed
talking
to be
about
like
a rotor wheel.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
hub.
competing
Okay.
against
An
the
outer hub wheel.
Energica and stuff. It's like a legitimate bike, 220-mile range, it's fast.
They just talked about it.
the
I'm
Vogue
sorry.
or Vogue or Vogue?
Oh, Vogue. I saw that.
Vogue?
VOGE.
Maybe that was it. Vogue.
Yeah.
the Vogon Destroyer.
Well, those of us who know better know that Vogue was
Yeah.
a Linhai knockoff.
Yeah, we don't want anything to do with that. If we can avoid it at all, that'd be great. Yeah.
Whatever it was, but it seemed interesting when they were talking about
This
it.
one. Yeah, I think it might have been this one.
Bagel
Anyway.
he had some good concerns though, so I was kind of in his camp on it.
Well, so I've seen several hub or hubless motors. This is Verge motorcycles by
that's
the
it.
AT Dubs. You can throw it up if you want.
All right.
This is the Verge. I've seen a lot of hubless. They're actually, when Billy Lane and the Chopper guys were building these hubless motors, they were using the hubs out of military helicopters. So they were using military helicopter bearings to support these wheels. And not one of them ever survived.
Well, that's every hubless wheel I've ever seen. The bearings, it's a big bearing and it dies.
And it's also heavier than it would be if it was
Exactly.
two little bearings.
Yeah.
Right.
But
so
is the motor in that though? Obviously.
well,
So-
yeah, that's where the powertrain is. Yep. So that's where the zeros and the ones turn into forward motion.
Yeah.
That's where the angry pixies go to become magnetic rotational force. So that's the design of those motors and how they work. Now,
Verge is what they're saying in the chat.
it's Verge. Yeah, that's what we pulled up.
Yep.
I don't know if you pulled it
So
up.
is that the model number Eicma? The Verge Eicma?
Die Verge Eicma, the TS, the
Verge
TS.
Eicma?
So the TS, as it's called, the Virginia, right? If you want to throw it up to the big screen, yeah, the guys at home are getting that now. So yeah, this is the idea, and this story, this particular one that we're linking to has been out for a little while now. But yeah, this is a different way to skin a cat, and instead of having the motor in the middle of the bike, the motor's now on the back of the bike. There's this thing called unsprung weight.
That's what I was thinking.
And generally speaking, when you're building motorcycles, unsprung weight is not a great thing. And if you take the motor, which is the second heaviest part of an electric motorcycle, next to the batteries, or the most weight dense part of it, I guess I would say, because even a zero frame is only about 12 pounds. Like the whole frame for a zero is pretty lightweight. But the motor is the second heaviest thing compared to the batteries. And if you make the motor be at the back in the middle of one of the hubs, there are plenty of Chinese electric motorcycles that have a hub motor. It's just you can't throw a cat through it. On this one's hub motor, you can throw a cat through it. That's the difference between a hubless motor and a hub motor.
Right.
That's it. How am I gonna chime in on? I'm gonna invoke the Dan Kroenke rule. We're not allowed to talk about it until you can buy it. Right? I mean, I've ridden electric motorcycles that exist, and I sat on them and I rode them, but they didn't make it to the I can give my money to somebody and then ride it away.
Can we still not talk about it even after you've been by it?
That's fair enough, John. I totally respect that.
Hey,
I
hey,
really
Phil,
do.
how about the new Italjet Mojito?
Well, again, you can buy that one.
You
yeah.
can buy that one.
Right.
Can we also not talk about Zero's new bike? And can we also
we're
not
not.
talk about Livewire's new bike? And can
Yeah.
we also not talk about anything electric?
Yeah, it's fair. I mean,
Unless it's an electric
Oh.
bike that's caught on fire and burned itself to death.
Apparently, John has
John has strong feelings.
So how I feel
Which
about
case
Harley Davidson, he feels about electric.
Yeah.
I will say, all right, if we're not talking about electrics,
He's anti-technology. I get it.
The
Except
new
for he likes the
R1.
hair. He likes
Now
the hair,
don't you
he
paint
likes the
me
hair
into that
dryer.
fucking
He likes the
corner.
hair dryer powered Honda.
Okay, just stick to fucking Cybertrucks.
Okay, settle down.
all right, I'll take a new R1. The new R1 that they just showed off or whatever. I just saw some fucking image of it, a red and white kind of throwback kind of graphic scheme to a new R1, and it was dope as shit.
Oh, there was also for Eicma the BSA Thunderbolt lightning
Yeah,
bolt.
somebody also mentioned that in the chat
Yeah,
too.
That's
so.
just weird. But I mean, it's kind of cool,
Hey,
but it's kind
well,
of
we're
weird.
not allowed to talk
And
about
Norton
electric.
made
That's
an
a flying
adventure
flea
bike.
again.
Did you see the Norton adventure bike?
we're going to talk about that.
Okay.
Settle down.
We're going to talk about that.
Settle down.
Yeah. We're going to talk about that.
And Phil 750.
Don't worry, we'll get there.
The 750 Himalaya,
The Himalaya.
high mile.
And that's where that BSA, when I looked at that BSA, I was like, oh, that is a Himalaya 450 with different bodywork on it, is what that is. I looked at that motor and went, that looks really familiar. So for the people that are playing at home, if you want to go ahead and take a look at this picture, this is, we leaked this out a little while ago. It is.
a little squeaker.
It's a bit squeaky.
It looks like a stretched Honda Metropolitan.
It looks
It
like
does.
all of those things. It looks like all of them.
It's almost like that Scott V3 we were looking at.
Yes.
With the air intakes. And
Oh, yeah.
It looks like the dude who owns this pulls up in a truck that has a house bolted to it, and he has metal glasses and a fucking stovepipe.
I was just happy that those aren't actually totally just fake. Like there are radiators in
So
there.
we did check. Thank you, John. So it does turn out that those nacelles on the side, those big snorfels, those do have radiators in them. And because if anybody's familiar with this particular motor that they're using is a liquid-cooled motor. And radiator frontal area, Tom, how important is surface area to a radiator on a liquid-cooled?
Absolutely. I am dropping a motor right now because of that radiator being in the wrong spot.
Yep. Turns out if you don't have enough radiator or
So-
you put it in the wrong spot,
So
the wind doesn't get to it.
After seeing this,
Yeah.
I hope
and
your
after
legs
seeing,
aren't in front of it.
After seeing the dragster,
Yeah.
I want to give props to the Gurney Gator.
Yes.
Because Gurney got it right.
Gurney got it right, man. It's a radiator and a radiator transportation system.
Because Gurney dropped everything down the middle.
Yep.
And this is totally that exact same concept where it's just all drop down, but all the speed.
Without heat management, a liquid-killed motor just is not having a good day. without heat management. I'll go ahead and pull up.
The T1000 Super
Yeah.
Metropolitan.
Yes, it is. So it is such.
That's a good comment.
It is
Actually,
such
I
an
love that.
angry mojito. This is a super angry
This
mojito.
is every stretched Honda Metropolitan I've ever seen.
It's got like an exoskeleton thing
Yeah.
happening to it a little bit.
Right?
there.
And that's part of what I like about it. I love that it has the center hub steering. So I love that. I just dig that they went there out of the old dragster. Because the new Dragster 400 doesn't even have center hub steering on
It
it.
looks like you can't wheelie it.
I'm hoping to God you can't. I love the exposed rear shock that is between the exhausticles. I love the fact that there's exhaust pipes coming out of either side of that rear shock.
But this is that thing you were saying is that if you were a design firm in Italy and you have a wet dream in the middle of the night, you can approach somebody in China and go, "Can you make this?" And they're like, "How
I
many
need more
do you
zoom
want?"
pictures. Zoom in more. I mean,
Here you go. Oh, shit. There you go.
See more design detail.
That's where the noises come out. Yeah, that's where the noises come
It's
out.
you
I
gotta,
love that.
you gotta love.
But when did this fucking this golf ball pattern become the norm of every fucking exhaust pipe?
Don't know
This was
when
not-
they wanted birds to quit flying in there.
Right.
I guess.
When they wanted Sleepy to stop fucking it.
Well,
right?
That's not going to happen.
Yeah. Look, one pair of vice grips, those are coming out.
That's true.
Yeah.
If that's parked in my garage, or a wasp is going to build a nest in there.
Yes,
Mud-
absolutely.
Mud dauber.
Mud dauber City. Yeah, I will admit it. This bike is weird enough in all the proper ways.
And this is
It
this
looks
kind
like
of
it's staring at you.
this kind of brings this. Well,
Yeah.
it looks like a robot from Star Wars, but this brings up my earlier subject about how every bike looks the exact same
Not this
right
one.
now, and this is so out there.
This does
Which
not
is
look
why
the
I'm
same.
glad somebody took a towel jet and went, you know what? Let's fuck.
Yeah, this seriously, this motorcycle, this 400cc scooter does not look normal.
So
it
what-
does
what-
not look like everything else. It looks fucking different and weird, and I love
Keeps
it.
the mice out.
Yeah, it keeps the mice out. Exactly.
Good job, Swear Engine.
That's
Yeah.
that's a very valid point. I mean, all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, if John McElfresh and Tom would both like to have mouse-proof motorcycles.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I like this
I
bike.
just had to dispatch a 6 tiny, cute little mice, and I tried to feed them. I took them home, and I thought about rehoming them with the cinches.
And
but
he called them all George.
It's
and
not
then he-
vital. You got to actually lick their genitals to make them stimulate urination.
What?
And I,
Mice?
It didn't taste right, and I was like, I can't do
Ah,
this.
yeah.
This brings up that Japanese discussion we had earlier, too.
Yeah, it does. It does.
I gave them a little bit of the ether bunny showed up.
Little
and
ether bunny. Yeah,
Yeah.
ether bunny. They had just went to a nice sleep.
They were so cute.
Farm
They
up,
were just-
farm up country.
They just fell asleep and then they got smooshed.
No, they went down the raw well up to the digester.
Oh, they did. The only thing I have a problem with this particular bike is the silver colored fake tubes that go under the seat.
I did try to raise.
Yeah, that would go.
Those got to go. For me, that's got to go. That silver, those silver weird ventricle things,
Dude,
whatever the
if
hell
you've
those
ever
are.
3D printed shit, it looks
Yeah.
like trees holding the next part up.
It does.
Morgan
Yeah.
Joe's face mask.
Well, I would just put a little 2 balls on the bottom of each one of those vertical shafts. Just put little testicles at the bottom of each and every one of those.
The cock
We'll
and
be good
ball
to go.
special.
Yeah,
What's your suspension? It's pretty dicky.
it's pretty dicky. It's all dicked up. I like this bike. I really like it. I think they did a great job on it. I have no notes at all. In fact, it actually makes me happier than the Dragster because the Dragster has lost some of its core essence because of it becoming morphed into a motorcycle.
I will admit, I am waiting to see what the formula looks like.
This is like future Art Deco.
yes.
when the
you're right.
when they finally get the formula concept out, I'm waiting for that one.
This is the picture of the head-to-head of the Dragster versus the 400 Roadster. And these are both 400s.
The Roadster has the swoopiness
Yeah.
of a Vespa.
Of a scooter.
Yeah, it really
It's
does.
got it's got like nice, sexy lines.
If you told me the one on the left was an Aprilia, I'd just say, okay.
Of course
Yeah,
you would.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
and I
now-
would also say, did you only buy half a sport bike?
Well,
Right.
Well, the problem is if you look at the new Aprilia scooter that just came out, because
Right.
that was also on the homework.
all- exactly.
It doesn't look like an Aprilia. It looks like a Honda ADV.
exactly.
Right, which is funny, too.
It's clearly they ripped off the Honda
yeah.
ADV.
Yeah, like this looks like somebody was like, hey, can I borrow your wrecked bike and take the plastic
yes,
and put it on my scooter?
absolutely.
Wrecked them, damn near killed them.
And it does have all the big giant arrow. Look at all those extra air.
Like Italjet,
I don't hate it at
stole
all.
Italjet stole Aprilia's lunch.
But in this this situation, it's like when I ride a scooter, I want to ride a scooter that is like, I don't want to be out there trucking around on, a Honda PCX 150, because then that's just like, okay, that's what you got the rental place. That's what they had. But if I want to have a scooter that I own and I ride around, that's why I've got a flat black GTS 300 with all kinds of weird, strange tiki shit on it, right?
GTS 300 is a really nice thing.
It's a really nice thing to ride.
We went on that little quick fuel run. I was like, dang.
They move out.
These got a lot better.
Yeah, they
Oh,
do
they
get a lot
got
better.
Dude, it's I call it electric smooth.
Yeah, they are
It's
super
so
good.
smooth, man.
Yeah, and a GTS 300 is a really, really good bike at going 80 miles an hour on the freeway,
And the 310.
despite 12-inch wheels.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a bike that you jump on it, you crack it, it goes right
You
down.
don't feel those 12. You just feel like you're on a motorcycle.
It just goes.
Yeah,
it
it's just
goes
good.
really, really well. And I've always been really happy with the GTSs. But when you ask me if somebody says, all right, I need to know what a dragster is, my brain just goes, this is a dragster. Okay?
Oh,
Tanuki-san drink.
Tanuki.
If you pull this picture up, this is what a dragster needs to look like. And this is the only thing a dragster can look like. This is a dragster. And if I'm going to buy an Italjet dragster, it's going to look like this. This is what an Italjet dragster is supposed to look like.
It's gonna look like
Swiggy's didn't look like that.
It
like-
did.
Not just,
King
It was
Kong,
20-year-old version of this.
King
Okay.
Kong
This is the new
karate
one.
chop the middle of a
Yes,
Ducati.
it is. Yes, it is a Ducati Sager, right? Yeah. It's a slope back Ducati.
It's the Gurney Gator of Ducatis.
Yeah, to me, this is what an Italjet dragster looks like. And again, you bring it out, you produce it. I'll probably buy one.
I hate to say this, but when we're done with this, can you bring up a Gurney Gator? I got to find out what the fuck Tom's doing.
Tom just he won't shut up about the
God
Gurney
damn,
Gator.
Gurney Gator.
that's funny.
Sorry, it's the whole little thing in the middle.
Yeah. Once you
Gurney
see
Gator
it,
this, Gurney Gator that.
once you see it, you're gonna be like, oh, I remember that.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember in '92 when Smith Bobby rode the Gurney Gator to the win at the track that nobody else knows about?
I didn't watch TV for the
Go
last
ahead, pull it
40
up.
fucking years. I didn't have a TV. Oh, okay. That's like
Okay.
the vetter. That's
See,
the vetter.
now you get it.
It's in the same
well, it's the same
family
idea,
as
yeah.
right. Craig Fetter and Gurney were hanging out one day, and they were like, "Well, I got an idea. I'm going to make it aerodynamically perfect." And the other guy was like, "I'm going to lower the center of gravity to like knee high to a grasshopper." And we're going to say like, does aerodynamics beat the lower CG?
So wait, where does your handlebars? In the normal place?
Conventional
See where
spot.
they are? They're
So how the
like
fuck
sit-
do you sit there?
You rest your chin on the
It's-
goddamn gas tank.
I'm so glad you asked.
Oh, it's that. What the fuck is this guy doing?
Yep.
I'm
That's
so
not
glad
okay.
you asked.
That's not okay.
Yeah.
I'm offended.
All right.
The best part was at Barbara when they raced like 6
Yeah,
of them.
they did. Yeah. So just because, fuck it. If you're at home looking at this, people who listen to this, people that don't actually watch, one of the 200 or 300 people that watch it on YouTube and see all these awesome, great show notes and stuff like that. But what this is a Honda motorcycle that has had the frame cut out behind where the battery and everything else is. So now your butt is sitting just above the swing arm bearing, right? And so that's what it is. And then they move the handlebars as low as they can and 6 inches back. And it is like you cut a motorcycle in half, put it on a furniture dolly, and then sat on the furniture dolly. That's what a Gurney Gator is. And what they did was for like 7 seconds, they were like, this is the fastest last lap time that any's ever gone around this particular racetrack. And it's because of the low center of gravity and a 100 horsepower motorcycle, right? Or 100 horsepower engine. Long and short of it is, it did one thing pretty great. It did everything else really poorly.
Well, and there is a certain aspect of motorcycling that's often overlooked, and that is visually pleasing.
Oh, no.
There's no
No.
visual please of this at all.
No, you'd think if I took a sport bike and a green machine and put them together, it'd be cool.
This is the equivalent of a guy like hammering his tank in so he can do stunts on it,
Yes.
It just looks like he hammered it in.
Yeah. I get it. The whole thing, the idea, the concept of it,
What are you pointing at?
it's fine. But they did Harley Davidson
I'm
V
sure
twins.
this Yahoo hammered his fucking tank more than once, probably.
Yeah, but that has a purpose.
Probably
is
with
not-
your goddamn base.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys
Well,
know?
this has a purpose too, but it's just not aesthetically pleasing.
Well, like I said, it's the Honda Helix of sport bikes.
Did you have a fur covered tank?
Fur covered bikes.
Yeah, you were that guy.
I did. I had a cow print GSX. Of course, it
You're
was a
fucking
GSX.
moto. You're a moto Furby.
No, but dude, once I got into my 900RRs, those were no fur on those. Those were good bikes. They looked nice. They didn't need any fur.
Don't do that to a Honda.
He graduated beyond the fur.
Once you unsquid yourself,
Put that
and get
fur
rid of
on
the
your
j-
Ninja.
Yeah.
So just so we're not throwing too much shit around here. The Gurney and Dan Gurney
That's never stopped us.
he was a world champion car racer.
Oh.
And so
Oh, he
Dan
did have it.
Dan
Gurney special.
So Dan Gurney is the reason why there's a bubble on the top of a Ford GT40 because he was too tall and he didn't fit in the fucking car. So the GT40 was called the GT40 because it was 40 inches tall, except for the Gurney bubble. And the
they have
Gurney
the-
bubble was so he could sit in the fucking car.
And they have the cutout doors for their Le Mans starts, so you can actually get in the car quickly.
Yeah. So when we're talking about, what is Gurney, that's what Gurney, that's where the word comes from. So when a guy with a racing heritage, the pedigree that Gurney had, when he's like, I'm going to make motorcycles even better, people spent a minute listening to him and went, oh, well, maybe he's onto something here. But what happened was,
It wasn't like Fred from Idaho going, I got me an idea, Jim.
I got me an idea. So there is a Gurney bubble, an actual Gurney bubble.
Sean
being
just
used at the
nailed you.
Yeah, what do you say?
He passed out. I heard he
Oh.
took him out in a gurney.
Oh boy, moto furries! Hey, so there's Gurney. There's the actual Gurney bubble, that the first one they put in so that his helmet he could fit in the car. But yeah,
Oh, I see. So in the door cutout in the roof,
Yeah.
there's a little bubble there.
yeah. Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
It's hilarious. And then
It's
that,
not even significant, though.
well,
I
that
mean,
became bigger. So like this was like prototype 1, cut a hole and put a steel plate on it with 4 power rivets. But yeah, like the design of the car was, John's exactly right, so that you could get into the car
Yeah.
on the Monte Carlo start.
so you can just jump in it, slam
Yep.
the door, and you were good.
Haul ass. Yep.
But going back, every time I see the dragster, saw the dragster, and then now the roadster, with that drop, I see that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Right. And I
I know
agree.
the seat's up high,
Yeah.
when they shouldn't have been. It
This
should have
is
been a
like
little lower.
this is probably my favorite. If you want to know what makes me make the sleepy sound,
Oh god.
this is what makes me make the sleepy
yeah.
sound.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So to me, this is like,
Oh, it's got the bubble,
and now you can see how much bigger the bubble is.
but it's on
Yeah.
the wrong side
What-
or the right side.
No, it's
if
on the
you're in
correct
Europe.
side.
Correct
Yeah.
side.
When I raced RC cars, I ran that color because you have to.
Gulf livery, man. Gulf livery. It's hard to not love Gulf livery. It doesn't. The colors don't look like they should go together. But we had a flock of about a dozen baby blue Stellas and a flock of a dozen tangerine Stellas, and we did Gulf livery on all of them, and it was impossible to keep them in the showroom.
Oh, yeah.
They sold so fast.
Well, that Harley thing that you got in your shop right
Yeah,
now,
we're gonna
like,
do
that needs some fucking
You're gonna
orange
help
on
that
it.
out.
Yeah, I can do
You're
that.
gonna fix that
I
for
mean,
me. Yeah. You're gonna add orange to that paint scheme,
Yeah,
and it'll be
I think-
beautiful.
Because it's
the
it's the
Rika kit?
perfect color blue.
Yeah.
yeah, it is the perfect
yeah.
color blue to do.
And a
do
couple of
Gulf
tiny
That's when-
gumballs on the side with the letters on it. Oh,
Yeah,
That's
it'll be
another one that
beautiful.
probably ought to go to the motorcycle show.
I gotta go.
oh,
Hey,
shit.
that's
Yeah.
great.
I'm
You had
saying.
2 of them. There's 2 that fit in the
Oh,
back of
yeah.
a truck, man. Yeah, that's a perfect.
Even if they
day
don't
right
go
there.
inside the show, they should be outside the show.
I think you'll get them in the show. Yeah, right. We'll get them in the show. But now we've released the fact that they're just going to be for sale, and they're going to be like, hey, we're
yeah.
going to give you a spot in the show just for selling your bikes.
They're
Yeah.
also cool looking bikes.
They are cool looking bikes. Anybody be happy to see them. Yep. Yeah. And
you
be like,
doing?
you'd be the asshole at the show and be like, man, that's a really cool bike. Yeah, you want to buy it? You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that bike's for sale. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of motorcycles in my future. I can't keep them all.
Trying to air my pants out.
And not
Yeah.
with all the stuff that's coming from Eicma. So I'm really getting excited about the AIM show now because we're going to get all that stuff at the AIM show, right?
Yeah. So that's the cool thing is like the things that are going to be especially production based for our market.
Right.
Because remember, Eicma's all about Europe.
Right.
All about Europe. Anybody else got anything from Eicma that they really care about?
I mean, there was so much. There was so many bikes on that list. There was like
Yeah.
300cc adventure bikes. There was a slew of 450. Everybody brought out a 450.
I mean-
there was the new 1000. There's a couple different things had 1000cc adventure bikes and things. Like there's so many bikes.
Yeah. So here's what I thought was interesting, and Tom was bringing up earlier about the Marini 450, and we were all talking about the CF Moto Ibex 450, and so. Man, like we said, the Eicma, the power, the energy of Eicma and having people to be like, I need to have something to say about this, has meant that they haven't waited to get the facts before they started, recording their data or their stories. And I did see motorcycle.com has sworn that the Moto Morini Althreich /Vittore 450 and the Ibex 450 from CF Moto are the same bike. They've even gone as far as to have a side-by-side cut-in-half picture that shows you very clearly that they are the same bike. Now, here's the weird thing is, I contacted Moto Morini.
You might have some connections there.
A couple.
And I just said, hey, guys, I'm just curious. I read this interesting article on motorcycle.com, and they made it pretty clear that these were the same exact motorcycles. And I thought, it just doesn't seem like they're the same motorcycles for some reason. They just don't, I just don't think that they're exactly the same bikes. Well, it turns out that a little bit of information, bad gas does travel fast in a small town. So if you want to go ahead and pull our image up here, I'll go ahead and explain it a little more, or expose a little bit more. This is not my graphic. I want to make sure that people totally understand that.
Too big.
Yeah, I
Hey.
know. There we go. Right. We have
That's
a
the same
really big
aftershave
ad.
I use.
Yeah. That's not the same aftershave I use. So this is their... God,
Dang.
you
It
know,
just keeps going.
fucking hell, man.
Here, hold on, wait till you get
Right.
back up.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
no,
go.
we should log in.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? No. Okay, yeah. They've said, yeah, we've given you enough time. I look at this thing like 15 times, and they're like, if we're going to let you look
If
at it
you're going
again,
to keep making the sleepy noise, we're going to make you
we're
log
going to make
in.
you give us some money. All right, so here it goes. Oh, throw it up. There we are. Oh, look, and another fucking giant
Oh my
ad.
God. Okay.
That's disgusting.
Jesus.
Sucking so bad. So
This seems like a good time to have an ad for
right.
Shanky's
So
Whip.
there's the Ibex. So we're going to go ahead. We got the Ibex up there on the screen. So there's the Ibex. And if you go ahead and you slide their little slider on their website, you can then lay the Althreich under it. And I will tell you, there are things about it that are quite similar, but I would not go as far as to say it is identical.
Well, there's,
I don't know,
Right?
man.
Now, here's the good news: is
different.
I'm going to tell you that there are some visual differences between the motor, and there are some distinctly visual differences about the frame and the angles of different pieces of the frame, including the subframe. But it's okay. That's fine. I'm not trying to shit in motorcycle.com's oatmeal. They got a job to do. They got to make sure they get the story out first.
apparently they got to sell advertising.
Yeah, they apparently are selling the shit out of some advertising space. They're like, yeah, one guy clicked on our site 47 times in 5 minutes.
I get their point. I mean,
Yeah.
they're very similar.
They're very, very, very similar, but they are not identical. And I do not think, at this point at least, I'm not willing to go off and say that the Vittore is made by CF Moto, or that the Ibex is made by Moto Morini. What I am willing to say, though, is that both of them may in fact be made by insert name of Chinese company here that is neither CF Moto nor Morini. And I believe that exists big, deep, and firm in the Chinese market. So, if you think that all CF Motos come from a factory that says CF Moto on the outside of the building, and that's where all the CF Motos come from, I think you got to learn something, because that ain't how it works.
Well, this is pretty interesting.
No
So-
more than all the KTMs come out of a box in Austria.
Right.
Right.
So like in the guitar world, this dude that just did a thing where he went to a tour of what is it? It doesn't matter. But he went to the tour of this place that makes this one guitar. And then while there, the whole thing is a city.
Yeah.
And they make like PRS, Gibson, this. And then but all of them use the same paint shop.
That's
It's just the
Zhejiang, man.
buildings over here.
That's the city where these bikes are built.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the city. And that's why when somebody says, oh, well, their motors are identically the same. Sure, I'll give you that. They probably are. That's absolutely the
Couple
smartest
different
way to
case
build it.
covers, boom, different motor.
Yeah. And so the Ibex 450 and the Moto Morini are both 44.8 horsepower at 8,500 RPM and 31 pounds-feet at 6,500 RPM, which is the exact same numbers that are being advertised by both of the machines within 10% or 3% rounding error. They're the same. The slightly difference are kind of whose suspension is on it, right? Who's got a KY, who's got a Kayaba, who's got a Marzocchi. Well, which neither one of those sucks, so we're cool.
Well, KY suspension was good, but the Astroglide suspension was
The
always better.
Astroglide suspension,
Yeah.
that's big stuff. What I did think was interesting after looking at the comparison of these two particular motorcycles, what I thought was interesting is that the Moto Morini All-Thrike 450, if you're not from here, or Vittori, if you are from here, and the Ibex are both exactly $6,499. That's refreshing. The other thing that I thought was interesting is that the Morini claims a 6-inch TFT display, whereas the Ibex is a 5-inch. The rear brake rotor on the Morini is bigger. It's a 255 rear rotor. The other one's a 240. Okay. The handlebar system that we noticed on the Escape, which means you can take the handlebar risers and have them this way or flip them around that way, which moves the handlebars forwards or backwards 2 inches, and also mount them at 3 different height levels. So you don't need to buy rock risers, rock shocks, or adjustable handlebar mounts. They come that way from the factory. And I thought that was quite clever that Morini did that so that you could have your bars essentially forward, backwards, high, or low.
And Ethan too.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And then the Morini has a 2-piece seat. I don't know if that's a plus or a minus where I come from. I don't care. The gas tank is a third of a gallon bigger, and all the switches and controls are backlit on the Morini.
That's nice, man.
And the Morini has a center stand.
Does it come with the same?
And the
3-year
Morini has
warranty?
tubeless tires and a 3-year warranty.
And so the other one does not have the 3-year warranty.
You got that. That's correct.
I changed my answer.
All right, Tom.
So, thinking of Eicma and Chinese motorcycle manufacturers, I had a brain spark. My favorite company, Baoshan Aeronautical.
Did they have a booth?
They had a booth.
Baoshan Astro Aeronautical?
Baoshan Aeronautical. The BS1200G.
Wait.
That is now my new favorite bike.
The BS 1200G. G, not the TS.
By an aeronautical company?
BS1200D. Yeah, Baster Astro Aeronautical or something. It's something like that. It's crazy.
I thought it was, Baoshan or something.
BASHAN.
Right.
And the bike is literally the BS1200-G.
Yeah, because I remember they did.
But it is Sean.
Is this the one with the V8? Is this the V8 motor?
Astronautic Baoshan.
Is this the V8, the Boss Haas?
No, I don't think it's the V8. I think it's just a standard V8.
Because they did a V8 a while ago.
Chinese Tiger.
Oh my God.
No, you got to find it. It's a Springer.
I want to see this.
Yeah,
hold on.
Sleepy does because Sleepy's going to make the noise.
Because I don't think.
It's on their Instagram.
Is it really?
Just so you know, you're going to make the noise.
BS12. Okay, Tom, help me out. BS1200G.
Check 1, 2.
Canton Fair Highlight 3 BS1200-G.
That's a nice, clean name.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Rolls off the tongue.
Hang on. Let me see if I can send this to you.
Did you say wonton 1200?
Yeah, basically, you're gonna be like, what? The
Honestly, I am coming up with nothing. I typed in BS1200G
heck? Hang on,
Canton.
let me
How
find
does a
it.
Chinese company not just have a fucking line of motorcycles like call it like Orange Chicken and like Beef and
Raging
Broccoli?
Chicken?
Yeah, or just
Right.
all the different names.
Right.
I would buy a bike called
The
Orange
Moo
Chicken.
Goo Guy Panhead?
That's the best.
I don't know if I got the right one for you. I might just put it on the podcast group.
The General Tso's GSX 1100.
I'm
like a
serious.
Chinese
I'm not coming up
restaurant.
with anything because
Hang
Baoshan
on,
is BS8, BASH.
BASHAN.
They'd have chili peppers next to it,
And on
tell you how
Instagram,
fast they are and
it's
spicy.
BASHAN official.
Yeah, well, that's the first thing is I got to get an Instagram. So now
I know. Sorry.
yeah, great.
Way to be prepared, Tom.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm just gonna post this to the podcast group.
Yeah, but at the
Hang
same
on.
time, though, I'd like to be able to find this.
I
and
know.
So far, this is in that poorly lit corner of the internet where.
Here, it's on the podcast chat.
I'll have an Egg Foo Young 800, please.
Okay, all right. Yeah, because I mean, like, there's Baoshan Motorcycles.
It is
The Baoshan Motorcycles page doesn't have a single motorcycle on it. It's wedding photos.
You know, on Instagram, it's Bashan underscore motorcycle underscore official, and it's a 1200.
Oh my god. fucking
Well, I
hell.
was on the edge of my seat, but I've
anyway.
Yeah, I've since slid back.
Anyway, sorry.
Right. I've
I've sent
slid
it to your
back
phone and I
the
put it on the
back of
podcast
my-
chat. So
SS900.
Oh, hold on.
Sweet
hold on.
and sour.
there it is. Sleepy's got it.
Well, I'm glad
There.
Sleepy's got it. But
There.
Well, yeah.
Let's see. If we can... I'm gonna try to do this. It never works for me.
Yeah, you're right. It's not working.
I was much better at that. I just like to point out.
can somebody talk for about 7 seconds?
It's basically
Yeah.
One,
It's a
two,
1200
three.
cc liquid cooled hardtail Springer like copy of a panhead.
Did you post it to photos or did you post
No,
it to...
I posted the
Oh, here
link,
it is. I finally found it.
Yeah,
Okay, there
sorry.
it is. It finally landed.
But I've changed, like I said, I changed my answer.
Oh, yeah, and you did, and well done. You did post it up to Instagram, so we all do still get to look at it on
mean-
Instagram. That's great.
I mean, it's just
that's the Mugu
It's
Guy
just
Panhead.
okay. I mean, the right half of
Doesn't
it,
suck, dude.
the right half of it does look a lot like a Sportster. The left half, not so much.
Mushu 1200.
Mushu 1200.
I'm not joking.
But
That
literally,
is-
that has been my favorite motorcycle, my favorite vehicle manufacturer for 30 years now.
I'm trying like hell to read.
It's the Chinese Tiger.
Top tier tough guy club.
Thank you. I'm so glad you read that. That's right. It says Chinese Tiger Top Tier Tough Guy Club LE or Clubble.
Clubble.
Clubble is what it is. Yes, it is the Canton Fair. Oh my fucking god!
I still want one because that sticker can be peeled off. You can look at it and see it's peeled.
Peeled off? Hell, I want to put it on my bike. I want a back patch.
This is
I
another
wanna
one of
buy
those
that
items.
and take it to Ohio Bike Week.
They have built exactly one of these.
Oh, yeah.
I thought
One.
we used to have a good podcast.
I'm telling you, they have built one of these motorcycles because it does not exist anywhere else on Google.
It's in the same place that the Regal Raptor is.
It is.
Exactly.
At least the
Exactly.
Regal Raptor had an internet presence outside of the actual event.
Well, they got scrubbed. It seemed like they paid somebody to delete.
I wish to God this does. This looks like it has been surgically removed from the internet.
The Chinese are trying to keep the Americans and Europeans from copying their design.
Yeah. This is a one-off. This is a Harley Davidson Springer front end, or somebody held one in their hands, right, for a minute. There are no two badges on this bike that match, including if I look up, which honestly, Tom, I'm looking at this image. It doesn't look like it says Bashan. It looks like it says Bascon. Anyway. BS 1200G is definitely the nomenclature on this fucking thing. And don't you know, it is completely, it looks like it was one of one.
Oh no!
The turn signals are pointing at the roof.
I'm sure you can order a container load of them next year.
Yeah, and the right half of that is absolutely a 1200 Sportster motor. The left half of it is definitely a Venox with what appears to be plastic portholes so you can look inside of the valve train.
The motor has been Voltronized.
It has been Voltronized. This is awful and awesome. At the same time, it is both awful
If
and
it's like
awesome.
$3,000, it's going to be a bargain.
But Bashan Astronautical has always
It's
had
made
the best
out
product.
of Velveeta, I know. I know that every part of this bike is
Those
made out
knockoff
of...
Dunlops are my favorite.
Yeah, those are Firestones.
Oh, Firestone.
Yeah, those are knockoff. Those are fake
you know what's the
Firestones.
best part, though? It's a 1,200cc bike that makes 33 horsepower.
Yes. Yeah, that is... Oh, my God, that is terrible. And again,
I figured I was shooting too high with a Honda, so I had to go low.
very rarely
If
do
those
we play...
tires have chain link treads, then I'll buy it.
Very rarely do I find a motorcycle that cannot be found in more than one source.
Right.
Tom found one. Yeah.
Well, it literally was one of those moments like, wait a minute, Bashan's got to be there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, Tom's good. You know, he's good at research.
Right. Yeah. Did anybody watch the Charlie Boorman thing, The Long Way Home, where they rode all around? And if you remember correctly, Charlie Boorman's motorcycle, his BMW, had Firestone replica vintage tires on it, his BMW.
I probably nodded off during that.
Yeah, well, they were called like Speed Fucks or something. Like they were literally some Amazon only purchasable tire.
Oh, my.
And I just remember like when they were mentioning, I was like, oh, he's just running some old Firestone Cokers or something on there, and they were literally, they were some ridiculous name.
Could that bike be AI? We got a question from the chat, but that's a good
Well,
question.
no, there's pictures of the booth on their Instagram page of about four,
because
four or
AI
five of them.
can't do that.
Well, yeah, that's true. It is the Chinese.
Yeah, I can do that. The question is, would they do it so poorly?
Right.
It's the real deal. Because I mean, not for nothing.
And the
That looked
answer-
pretty bad.
And the answer when it comes to Chinese was yes.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, do you remember the bikes at AIM last year? The whatever they were, like the 300 series tire on a fucking all the different weird.
Oh
shit.
yeah.
was a lot of-
Again, it was all just
But
the
do you
idea.
think is it because some fucking shady American goes there and he's trying to set up a deal and then the Chinese are like, we're gonna rip this guy off, but what they don't realize is they're ripping a fucking shyster off. That's no, what Americans are into are 300 series tires from 1996. We need these back.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because that's what those bikes looked like. It was an amalgamation of how do you say it?
Amalgamation.
Amalgamation.
Word. See, I know the words, I just can't say them.
Easy for you to say.
But seriously, it had a kind of a modern front end with a horrible rear end, an 800cc motor. It was just terrible.
Garbage.
Oh my god.
Fuckstone.
There you go.
Well, the funny part is...
I did find it. I did deliver. You can buy Fuckstone tires. Fuckstone Deluxe Champions, in fact.
Nice.
Yeah, you can buy Fuckstone
Well,
tires.
the-
And they're such a good tire. It's what took Charlie Boorman on that entire goddamn trip. Yeah. And now if the second I saw that, I was like, oh, I have motorcycles I need to put Fuckstones on.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. To
Actually,
me-
we should get a set for that Harley before it goes to the
they're on
motorcycle
Alibaba,
show.
just so you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Those are legit.
If you want to know the funny thing about, because I'm looking through Bashan's entire Instagram feed, and half of their bikes literally are pattern build copies of Zeros.
You just need one. They just need one for the show. And that's what we learned when we were at the old Indie Expo, is these companies would build one bike of one thing just to get people into their booth. And so I think that's what that is. I don't think that there's any chance in the world.
I'm seeing a bunch of Honda Hawks. And,
exactly.
Honda, with the Unicorn, the little tiny 125.
I just think it's great that the coil on that bike is in the perfect spot to literally destroy your leg. I just can't stop watching this video. It's bothering me that this bike exists. Yeah, that's
There's a reason they use glitch transitions. They don't want you seeing too.
They don't want you hanging around any too long on that thing. What's the attention span of the average American? About 1.5 seconds. Okay, make it at 1.3.
Zoom in enough to make it look like
Yeah.
it's good. Now pull back out.
Now pull back
quick.
fast. Yeah, it is crazy. It's insanely bad. But like you said, like Sleepy's thing is hey, it's $3,000. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can buy a container for $10,000.
Yeah, I just look at that whole bike and I'm like, yep, that's
if it doesn't
that's an
take-
ice bear trike right there.
Available at a flea market near you.
Yeah, that's an ice bear trike.
Well, especially with those
MCO
open
optional.
ports, maybe it's like the Iron Man thing. Where
That's
it
what I was going to
just
say. You
glows
can look inside and see the valves going up and
Yeah,
down
yeah.
until the port melts, which it'll do in a week. Yeah, because there's no possible fucking loyalty to this
as
thing.
good as CF Moto has gotten over the years, Bashan probably hasn't.
Yeah, I can't. And the weird thing is, nothing. And I mean, I've not been able to come up with a picture of this bike from any other angle, in any other place, anywhere else on the internet. Not even like a guy was standing next to one at a moment and got a better shot than this fucking thing. And the only pictures I can see are this video and this video done with worse graphics. Yeah, that's all that exists of this motorcycle on the internet. It's bad.
This might be the most shout-outs Bashan's ever gotten.
Well, and it kills me too, because there's at least two of them, because I saw one with black forks in a white seat, and I saw one with chrome forks in a black seat. So there's at least two of them. And that's scary, because now I have evidence that there's more than one. Yeah, fuck that thing, man. Too bad, too much. And it's a rigid, it's got all the things. It's, it's what it is. Yeah. I don't know what dealer show that was either. I have no idea what expo that was where
I
they
think
were
it was
lined
supposed
up.
to be Eicma.
You think that was Eicma?
No, they had a booth at Eicma. They're on the list. They're on the list.
Man.
Yeah, I know.
Well, this picture's from October 17th, so that predates Eicma. So that was not at Eicma.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that might have been the Canton 138th Canton Fair, I guess is the other one.
Canton, not Canton, Ohio. I'm thinking
No,
Cantonese,
no,
a la
Oh,
Japan,
word.
China,
I
Canton.
literally, it says Mega China Motor.
Yeah, I got a feeling
China
that's
Motor
exactly
World.
right. China Motor's exactly right. Yeah,
Chinese motorcycle at the 130th
Canton
Canton
right.
Fair.
Yeah, hashtag Canton Fair 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Don't do that. Do not hashtag Canton Fair 2025. Although this looks like an interesting product for Mecklefresh. Look at this thing.
Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm now in love.
Oh,
Okay,
robot.
wait for it. This is pretty cool. We got to go back. Fuck it. We got to roll this thing back.
We have to go all the way through now.
We got. Oh man, I hate that. I hate when they do that.
Robot lawnmowers.
What is that?
Oh no, they have the world's largest Benoit balls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I'm not even joking. Huh?
Bashan?
Ah man,
Oh,
that's their
man.
Eicma booth. Yeah. Oh man.
What happened to your balls?
All right, IT guys.
What is
God
that
damn it.
thing?
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Here it comes.
2, 3. Oh,
The remote control, man.
remote control Benoit balls.
Remote control giant Benoit balls.
Oh,
droid.
Yeah, that's cool.
We're not the droids here.
Yeah, anyway, the rest of it just goes on forever. It's okay. We don't need to know anything. It's literally, there's Husqvarna ripoffs. There's, yeah. Seriously, China is just a place where you go there and you're like, oh, Cub could. Nope.
Oh, Dayang's got some pretty cool stuff now, too.
Look at that. Husqvarna, no.
I like when they
Cub
start.
Cadont.
I like when they start combining all the names.
Ryoboy.
Like Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha.
Oh, there they are. There's the big balls.
There's
Oh,
Cove.
that was awful. Oh, fuck that. All right. Sorry, guys.
I've got the biggest
John Way. Oh, wow,
balls
that is
of them
amazing.
all.
John Way. Oh, man. So, yeah, we don't need to go into that anymore. That
No,
was just,
no, no.
That was
We're
just
down a
awful.
rabbit hole.
We're definitely down that. But then the final thing is, what the fuck won't Honda put an automatic transmission in?
Everything.
I got to say, for Honda, my existence on planet Earth, Honda did a 750 automatic. They did a 450 automatic. And that was about it. For a very long portion of my life, if you wanted a if you wanted an automatic motorcycle, you had one Moto Guzzi you could buy, and you had a Honda-matic 750, you had a Honda-matic 450. It's about what I could think of.
How about a CT90, a CT70,
Again,
a Z50?
Ridley.
No, but
Countless
all of those
trikes,
things,
quad runners.
all those things are essentially
No, you're wrong.
mini
Did
bikes.
they do an automatic 200, CM 200?
I think they did.
Yes,
didn't
they did Twin Star too, right?
No,
Or-
they never did a 200.
No, I don't think the
Okay.
200.
400.
400.
Yeah.
Oh,
400,
Sam,
450,
yeah.
750.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay.
I think
don't,
so.
I don't think there was a 450. I think it was a 400.
Oh, really?
Always 400. 400 Hawk, but then there was the CM 400. I don't think there was ever a 450.
Yeah, the 400T is the bane of my existence.
But I could be wrong. Look it up.
M.
Google that shit.
I
about the
thought the CM.
CB450?
I thought the CM 450A.
Is there? I don't know. if
Was,
there's a 400.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know
But
about
the
a
CM 450A was 1981.
Maybe they squeaked it out.
They did. Yeah, they did. Because I didn't have one, but there was a kid down the street from me. 1982 CM 450A Honda-matic.
I learned something
Yeah,
today.
and that was the 450.
So you're right.
Well, I didn't have to be right. Sleepy's going to throw it up because it looks exactly like what the CM,
Speaking of
what
throw
the
up,
CB750.
Speaking of throw up,
Speaking of throw up. Yeah, this is not an attractive motorcycle. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it is. It's a 450.
fuck it, it's a Honda. I'd
It's a
rather-
Honda, right?
Dude, but seeing that takes me exactly to the summer that I first saw that.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I just feel like I'm right there. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go hang out with my buddy Gary, and we're gonna ride our first motorcycles that we bought with our own money for $300, and it looked like that.
Yeah. Exactly.
But you know, the E-clutch, is that an automatic motorcycle?
And that's why I wanted to bring it up because that's a big question. Because if you look at the DCT,
it doesn't shift itself.
right, the Rebel 1100 and the Goldwing,
They do.
they shift themselves 100%.
And the NC and
750.
No, the 1100 or the 750. Yeah, that Bruce just bought.
Yep.
DCT shits itself.
Just shifts itself.
Shits itself.
Shits and gets itself.
CTX 700.
He loves the shit out of it. He's having a
Right.
great time on his new bike.
So they're saying now that they're going to do the E-clutch on the CB750 Hornet, a Transalp, CB500R,
Yep.
a 500 Hornet, an NX500.
Yep.
Now,
And then-
E-clutch to me means you want to change gears, push button, or move foot, right?
Or grab the lever.
Or grab the lever, right? Right. So
It's a servo clutch. So
Right.
if you don't pull the lever, it still knows to unclutch and clutch.
But
Okay.
don't they sell like Bluetooth versions of like the shift lever and the like with the Honda thing? Didn't they sell a shift lever if you wanted to? It became like a
Quick
a
shifter?
button. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the Honda had that on a lot of their quad runners, the E-shift and
Yeah.
everything like that. So I imagine
They work
it's
great
just-
until you got in the water.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think this was literally a fly-by-wire. There was nothing mechanical. It was just like a thing you mounted that was like basically a 2-button switch with your foot.
Well, a lot of bikes have. Yeah, I mean, you can get an E-shift, an electronic shifter, where it's like a switch that's on the shifter that kills your ignition. Mm-hmm. As you hit the shifter, it kills
I mean,
your
that's
ignition, and
that's what most of the quick shifters are.
Yeah, the blippers.
Is there's literally just a sensor that when you move it any amount of distance at all, it just turns the spark off. I mean, that's quick shift. You look down at an Aprilia, and if it's got the little thing on the shift linkage, well, that's got.
But
the quick shift.
E-shift, and like the electronic shift quads,
Right.
You didn't have to move your foot or anything. You could just push button on the handlebars.
That's right.
Yeah, and the
Exactly
weird
right.
part is each bike handles that blipper thing differently. Like, some can only go up, some can go down. Some, like on the BMW, like I have to hold my hand completely steady. If I do, like, if you want to help it and you give it any blips at all, it fucks everything all up. You just got to be like,
Yeah, and I discovered that on a couple of the bikes I was riding that in the demo, on some of the bikes, they were like, you could be walking speed, really not thinking about it, and move your foot, and it just gives you the gear like it's an automatic almost. It's like bap. That Suzuki I have, the GSX 1000S, that's got probably the most forgiving quick shifter I've ever experienced, because whether you're at low RPMs or high RPMs, a hell of a lot of load on the bike, or just rolling around a parking lot, it's like you go to shift that thing and it's like you're just in gears. It's dumping the spark, but then because it also has that speed detection clutch assist on it, so it doesn't want you to stall the bike. So when you put the bike in gear like the Triumph I had, and you put the bike into gear and start letting the clutch out, it's going to rev match a little bit for you electronically so you don't accidentally stall the bike. And Suzuki has that, and it makes riding the bike super easy, super fun. It also happens to be a sport bike, so that when you're fucking giving her the beans and you just want to go blah, 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 blah through the gears, it is just like lightning. So fast. You're never touching the clutch at all.
Don't even touch the clutch.
Don't touch the clutch. Just clap, clap, clap through the gears. And it is right quick in a hurry. So it is looking at Honda. Honda has embraced automatic transmissions or assist transmissions or whatever you want to call it. Getting people, last week, bad weather at the shop, end of the season. I had 2 different people coming to my shop that were both specifically hunting for automatic transmission motorcycles.
well, think about it, man. These kids, like these kids, like
This guy was 32 years old and just was like, I want to have a motorcycle. I don't know how to drive a stick shift car.
That's my point.
And I do not want to learn how to ride a motorcycle.
we all-
I don't want to learn how to use a clutch.
We all come from a place where driving stick shift cars is just normal,
Yeah.
and most of us had to start with that because they were the cheaper cars.
Sure, that
so
makes
that was
perfect
your
sense.
like learning process. So jumping into a motorcycle was just like, oh, I do this with my foot now.
Yeah.
But like
That's
you
all it
talked
is.
to my kid. My kid one day, back, we were looking at some cars when she wanted to buy a car, and she liked this Mini Cooper, and she got in it and looked down and saw the stick shift. Immediately got out, and was like, nope, and walked away.
Didn't even want to give it a shot.
Nope. So like,
Yeah.
I wonder if like having these bikes have the automatic thing is going to start bringing in these younger kids that have no concept of what shifting gears is.
Yeah. Yeah. None whatsoever. I mean,
It's like them looking at a rotary phone. They're like, what do you do with that? I don't know what to fucking do with that.
Piper really embraced the whole idea of exclusivity. I'm like, if you learn to drive a stick shift car and you learn to ride a motorcycle, you've now put yourself in like 1/10 of one.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't do that, especially young girls. And so if you're a girl riding a regular motorcycle and driving a stick shift car, like you're in an exclusive club.
Well, and when she's in cybersecurity in Eastern Russia and she has to jump out and get in one of their cars, she'll be able to ride
Right.
through it. And,
She's good.
and if you want to travel in Europe and they're like, hey, if you want an automatic, it's going to cost you an extra $10 a day.
Right.
Or we don't have any automatics in stock. The other American tourists took them all.
right.
Manuals are already getting cheap. If you want a good deal on a car, look for manual.
Absolutely.
Manual Subarus are like free.
Yeah, we got Meritz Hyundai that way. So the Hyundai we bought, every other car at the dealership that was that same Hyundai Elantra with those same miles on it was $14,000, and her car had 3,000 miles on it, and it was $6,500, and for the same exact Hyundai Elantra.
But you got the wiggly stick.
But we got the wiggly stick, 6-speed, manual gearbox.
Yeah.
And we've also gone to places where the guy in front of us, I hate valet parking. Okay? I don't want anybody else in my car
Yeah.
unless they've committed to stealing it.
Especially for
Right?
something that I'm completely capable of doing.
Oh, yeah. And better
I can
than you
park
can.
my car.
Right. Better than you can.
Right.
Right. And my wife's tough. She can walk across the
Like
parking
you
lot.
could. How about this? I'll
Right.
give you the same tip.
Right.
Just point where you want
Right.
me to put it.
Oh, I pull up in these places all the time, and I'm on a right-hand drive car with a manual transmission and sometimes a hearse. And when I pull into a place and they have like valet only, I look at them and I'm just like,
Yeah.
and they just point. They just point to the back parking lot.
I just
like, yeah,
figured for
got
like
this.
a $2 tip, it's a lot cheaper than paying for a parking spot.
Right. And it can be.
Yeah, but I don't want them because every time they get in my car, all my weed's gone.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know. I really
Right.
want to see. So
Pour a
here,
little out
keep
for
it up front. I want you to go to a valet
Right.
with the hearse.
Yeah, with the hearse.
And tell them.
Keep it
right,
up front.
Right up front, baby.
Is really all your weed gone? Because I know you probably have.
Yeah, that's right.
No, but maybe the one I was looking for.
Your double super backup weed.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But there's no way in the world when I have that idea of being like, okay, I'm going to drive a manual transmission car. I just have totally forgotten how weird that is when I'm somewhere and I'm like, hey, go grab my car. Here's my keys. And totally forgetting as they're walking back and like, yeah, it's a stick.
Oh, go get the old guy and see
And
if
I'm
he
like,
can drive it.
Well, here's a good thing too. It's like a theft.
Oh, it is
protection.
anti-theft.
It's like some.
Do you remember like now the new cars like you can't do it anymore? But like I remember I had like an old VW Rabbit like back in like '80s Rabbit, and you could hit the starter and it would fucking throw the car forward. Like
Oh,
if
yeah.
it was in first.
Oh no, we had to do that.
That's how you move cars that don't run.
No, but you'd have to do the clutch. Like now, you can't just do it, and it'll like.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you have to push the clutch
Right.
in to get it.
Right.
But that Rabbit, you didn't have to. You could just turn the key,
Yeah.
and it was in gear. It
Yeah.
would go forward.
Yeah,
my
'cause
buddy-
that's how you move them across the parking lot when they won't start.
Yeah.
Use the battery.
My buddy in college had a Toyota Corolla station wagon, I think it was.
Yeah.
You put it in reverse, you hit the key, you back out of the spot.
Duck, 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 duck.
You put it in first. It wouldn't start.
No.
So you had to turn it over forever. So we just would start, put it in first,
Yep.
drive out of the parking lot, out onto the road, start going down the hill, then let it out, let it coast for a little bit,
Yeah.
pop the clutch, sometimes have and eventually
It would fire
start.
up. Yeah.
We'd drive halfway down the street before it actually fired up.
Oh yeah, I had plenty of cars that when they're broken and they're not working right. You have an anti-Chrysler or something where you've now officially introduced the valves to the pistons because you didn't want to change the timing belt at 50,000 miles. And I've gotten those kinds of cars onto the rollback on just the battery. Just the battery in first gear and look, right up the ramp. You're good to go.
there was
You
that
could
Mark-
probably just reach down and cut some wires on the clutch. There's some switch that's just.
Well, it's
that's
just,
what the
just
Mar-
a safety switch.
That famous Martin Crawler guy, he had 3 transfer cases,
Yeah.
so he could go all the way down. And so then when he had the starter motor, he
Right.
could literally climb up
Yeah.
walls with the starter motor.
Because
it was like a-
electricity's powerful.
yeah, and the gear ratio wasn't.
Well,
very
that's how
ratio
good.
is pretty incredible.
That's how the BMW K1200 LT did reverse.
Did reverse. Exactly. Just run the starter
Yeah,
backwards.
just run starter backwards.
That's all you need. And because Merritt had that Hyundai, she has that Hyundai which you can steal with a USB port, right? So if you've got a USB, you can steal that car. It's the Kia. Cleveland has our Kia boys and everything else. So just steal all of them. Well, we put a sticker on the window. It's still there that says, "Warning: this car equipped with a manual transmission." In case, they're not thinking to look for it. There's literally a sticker on the window that now says this car is equipped with a manual transmission. And the reason for that was, well, we didn't want them to break through the window and get in the goddamn car just to find out, oh shit, it's got a manual and none of us know how to drive a manual. When we took it into Hyundai and they did the fix. They fixed the weakness in the ignition system that allowed them to be jumpered with the USB. They also put a sticker on it that says the security in this vehicle has been upgraded by Hyundai, like as though that's going to work. But it did. It got past the weakness of the USB bypass. But Merritt was always very mindful of that car, that she would never park it anywhere with anything in it that she wasn't willing to lose. She thought at any moment somebody was going to steal that car. Jesus Christ.
I got up and went and fucking walked over there just not to be a dick.
Wow.
All right, fair fucking turnabout.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's game on now.
Game on. No.
There's going to be civilian casualties here.
I think there might be. This is horrible. This is a terrible game.
You don't want to start a fart war. You can't
I
win.
think this is a terrible.
Oh, I got
terrible.
fucking firepower here.
Oh
bro. I've been
man,
fucking
guys,
farting all day.
somebody light a pilot, light
I
a
got-
match over there.
I got no dog in this fight.
It's exactly it. You're gonna kill Pete,
I'm a
man.
non-combatant.
You're
over
gonna kill
here.
Pete.
You're gonna
We're
turn
gonna
that
have to
pilot light
invoke
back on.
Shado.
Hey, has anyone got anything else?
Jesus Christ. All right, so yeah, but no shit. Get out of here. Roll
No,
this thing to
actually,
an end.
lots of shit everywhere right
Terrible shit. So the last thing I wanted to talk about, and I just didn't. I've been around motorcycles my whole fucking life, and I had no idea Galveston got a motorcycle rally that got 500,000 visitors to it. 500,000 people is a lot of fucking people. And 500,000 people, anybody who's ever been to Galveston will know that Galveston is not a big town. Galveston is small. Galveston is famous for being flooded. You know, the Galveston's claim to fame is that their water level was too low. You know, or their water level was too high.
Galveston, there's something else in Galveston.
Well, there's a lot of oil wells.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
that's it.
And
yeah.
and there's not a lot else. So Galveston, in my opinion, I didn't think Galveston was fucking big enough to host a 500,000 person motorcycle rally. Because the whole goddamn island, from tip to tail, the parts you're concerned about, it's not even 5 miles.
Hey, everything's big in Texas. Come on.
Everything's big in Texas. So I had no idea that they have got a 500,000 person motorcycle rally that went on last weekend.
How many years has this been going on?
Again, this is one of those things. Could have fucking shocked me with this news. Pull the deal up here. Bear with me. I'm going to find it.
Oh no.
Okay, there's the story.
We have our man on the street in Texas. Maybe we can get a live report.
Yeah, right? Yeah, Gulf Coast Reporter. They throw a picture of the downtown town square of Galveston, and it is just assholes and elbows.
That's any given weekend, though.
I disagree, Tom. I've been to Galveston.
It's
It's
a
a beautiful
joke.
town. I was there in like November, December-y, and it was just a fine, normal town. And now when I'm looking at it, I see the hallmarks. There's a big bar thing called Willie G's, and I guess that's motorcycle related. So clearly they've leaned into this. And yeah, it has that look of Bourbon Street. It has that, that style.
You look at that and you just hear.
Yeah.
Can't do it, but yeah.
Yeah, this is. So
There you go.
we're gonna do the good and the bad and the ugly theme. So here are the quotes from the Galveston Lone Star Rally. The quotes are as follows: "Total nightmare. Mardi Gras with motorcycles. More noise, same accidents, same shit. Good people dressed in temporary tattoos and do-rags having fun. Very few problems and big crowds of fun-loving people. A few days of fun before cleaning up and going back to their medical practices and law offices. I've been several times." Oh,
He's been baking that one.
Taste it.
Leslie Nielsen has joined the podcast.
I got you, fucker. You're in my house now.
Somehow I still think you lose because you got to wipe that thing, dude. Oh man. Oh no.
Man, you all really got to stop eating fast food.
That was not okay.
it just went on so long.
I think you need to go to a doctor.
It just didn't
again.
stop. It just changed tones and changed
Changed gears. It was automatic.
power glide asshole.
I swear I heard Terry.
It's called turbo pneumatic.
That is the worst. That is the worst. I mean, no, that's the best fart I've ever heard in person from a human that lived.
It's like 6 octaves.
It's the Freddie Mercury of farts.
I wish we could play that back.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh Jesus Christ.
Glad I opened the window.
It was the presentation too, the way he served it up.
It was just so long.
So come on.
It just went on.
We're gonna bottle that. We're gonna bottle that and send it out the next.
It was like the Star Spangled Banner. It just wouldn't stop.
How is it?
Really?
How is it that he's 6 inches away and my chair was shaking?
It's fucking ridiculous, man. And by the time I was like, oh, that's just out of line, it just kept going. Fuck, I got nothing, man. Podcast is over. Ride fast, take chances. Play us out of here, Johnny. With your mouth. Gas. Johnny, clear your protective mask. Get us out of here, Sleepy. Press the red button.